Stream mode off, stream mode on. Please Lumia hook in. Please Lumia hook in. Stream mode off, stream mode on. When all else fails, turn it off and back on again. So it's off, back on. Surprise that does appear. Okay, I'm not showing up on vertical, and I have no flippin' clue why. I'm not. Nothing's changed on vertical. At all. So let's do this. I'm going to kill Lumia and start it back up again. Maybe that'll fix it. One more round of words and then we're getting started. Okay, now I'm showing up on vertical. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. Let me make sure that I'm live over on Rumble. I am indeedy. Alright, we're about ready to go. Oh my goodness. And of course, Stream Raiders demands my attention. What is this? This is that. Okay, I don't need that open. Alright, I gotta close a couple of windows. Did I finish all of my beacons? I did not. I typed them all up. I should probably, you know, get them going, right? Cthulhu, you saw my, that's right, Spider. You saw my message, right, on Discord? What's up, Gojo? How you doing? Tuning in over on the tube? Let's see, are you vertical? You're vertical. Hello, hello? That's a fun name to have on YouTube. Seabear, thank you very much for the quality control checks. All right. Oh god. 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 Woof. I had a test ship showing and everything. That's gone now. Good. I need to pick a ship. So I'm just gonna pick a ship. Alright guys, hi. Hello. Is this thing on? It looks like the hat's on straight. Oh my god. How's it going? Hi Zeka. I feel like shit today, guys. But it is what it is. We are here. Let's get the vertical stream on me as well. Hello, Joey. Stream Raiders is about to get started. What am I doing now? Archers. Archers, archers, archers. Your cat just decided to play on the keyboard. Nice. Okay. Alright. So, hi. This is a surprise stream. This was a surprise to me as well an hour and a half ago. But we made it happen. Hello, Fun. That's a great name, Fun. And here we are. So, guys, we got World of Warships content for you guys. We're going to start with a ranked battle, just to kind of get everybody in the mood. And then we're going to look at some replays. I've got a few replays ready to go. If anybody else is looking to use their subscriber replay privileges, or use cover my replay privileges, that's fine. Zaka, is your replay on Faro Island? Please tell me it is. Everybody's giving me kid games. Okay, Zeka, are you Seal Veliona? You renamed yourself again. Okay. That's cool. Let's open the build. And let me get this rendered. Get that file going. And then I think I deleted that one. Yeah, okay. You didn't? What? I could have sworn last time I saw you were some, like, weeb name, like PRPR, RPRP, you know, whatever. Vertical? Sorry. Here we go. Oh, multiple accounts. Got it. Well, we're doing a ranked battle because why the hell not? I don't care. Seals an alt account you created to troll. Okay, so you set it to private or something? That's fun. One of my favorite streams that Mejash did, some of you guys might know him, was where he would play tier 10 ships and pretend like he was a new player. Some of the hate he got in chat was quite entertaining. Oh, cool! Our team doesn't care about A. That's always a good feeling. What is our Yugi using? A reload booster. Nice. That works.
Enemy force detected.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're not going to hide your stats, then sure. Then they'll see the other thing. Kitakaze in the A cap. Well, I mean, a tier 8, what did you say, a tier 8 premium? Oh, what premium would that be, Massachusetts? I mean, I don't think people really care. I see what the Yugi's doing. See if I can get a reset in. 5 seconds? Not gonna make it in time. Oh, the kid. Oh, that makes sense, because that's the replay you sent in. Okay. Dude, I am, like, so tired. I'm sick as hell. I was not planning on streaming tonight. But I'm here. So there you are. What's up, Rohan? How you doing? Over on YouTube? Thanks for tuning on in. Hi. If you're new to the channel, I'm Lord Zath. I do replay analysis. Also play the game, because, you know, you gotta do that. You saw Zeka before in the game? There you go. And this is a dead Yugumo, because, you know, black is the superior boat in ranked. Can he get the kill? Okay, at least he gets the kill. That's actually pretty huge. I should probably hydro in case of, oh, thank you, Rohan. In case of, you know, torpedoes from the black. Alright, well, we're gonna have to ignore A cap. I'm the farthest south, so that's gonna feel good. And deal with something over on the BC area. Cool. Now, chat, I do ranked battles. Most of the time I just do it to get the steal. And if I die, I really don't freaking care. If I lose, I also kind of don't really freaking care. I got myself up to tier 9, the steel. Silver ranked. And here we are. So, yeah. Did I get a hit? Yeah, 2 overpens. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Go away, Kita. Nobody likes you.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Like, he's that interested in me that he's, like, opening up on guns. Wow. Cool. What's up, Thudwit? I am indeed playing. From time to time, I may have to mute my mic because I will have a coughing fit. So just be ready for that. Alright, people, are you gonna, like, I don't know, win this flank or something? PUBG. I don't think I've ever played PUBG before. I know some people love the heck out of it, but I used to do a lot of shooter games. And I don't anymore. Hi, Puddin'. Why am I on so late? That's a great question. It's a great question. You're about to find out, according to Grunty. I guess I'll just shoot at this Los Andes, whatever. All your zero viewers? There you go. Hey, there's the raid. What's up, everybody? Welcome on in. Those of you that just came on in, and for some odd reason, my Twitch alerts thing isn't working right. That's annoying. That's annoying. Alright, let's put that to off, and let's put that to monitor. I'll put again. There we go. Raptor is starting too, doing a group thing? No. I don't know. Welcome, everybody. I'm Lord Zath, the North American community contributor. Welcome. It's almost like this was totally unexpected. Wow, what a surprise. Hi. So I do World of Warships, as many other people do, and we do replay analysis. That's kind of our big claim to fame. I'm just playing a ranked battle right now, and then once we get things all set up and squared away, we'll get things taken care of, alright? We got fireworks in chat. There you go, fireworks in chat. Hug of Death, you rock. No you, no you. Alright, I'm gonna have to do something with this flank. I'm gonna have to, like... I've got Hydro available. And because my team just wants to play follow the leader onto the corner of the map, we're gonna have to do something a little bit more drastic here, I think. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Welcome on in, everybody. Harry M1948, thank you for the follow. Pax V Obiscum, thank you for the follow. I hope I pronounced that right. We got some more fireworks coming in. Sounds good. Oh yes, Lemming Train Choo Choo, baby. Choo Choo. I don't think the Kitakaze expected to see me turning around like this. If I'm lucky, neither will the Musashi or the Los Andes. We'll find out how they can handle me.
The ship is on fire.
Alright, fireworks over? Nope, fireworks show still going. In a moment, I'm going to start up a giveaway, guys. Sir Driftwood, hello. Good evening to you, too. And as to be expected, the Musashi realized he's in trouble, and he's backing off and pussing out. That's fine. Yeah, what do you mean, what a giveaway? Of course we're doing a giveaway. Alright. What are we doing, Los Andes? What are we doing? You going for it? Musashi killed the FDG. It's almost like everybody going into one spot is a bad idea. Chad, have you guys ever thought of that? Like, you know, the apes together strong strategy just doesn't work? Good times, good times. Alright. 2 hits. That's alright. Kita finally dead. Big party indeed. Big party indeed. Only mere weeks. Yes, yes. I am counting the days, sir. Counting the days. I am very much looking forward to meeting up with you. That's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, Musashi. What you going to do? Almost feels like he's going to try to ram me, but I don't necessarily know that he's got the speed to do so. Probably is trying to protect his cheek citadel. For those of you guys who don't know what the cheek is, I'll try to get my turrets turned to show you guys. Boink. That's the cheek right there. Did not work, unfortunately, but that's all right. Because now I can go and torp this guy from the side. Everybody blames the destroyer. Well, you probably didn't see the Yugumo earlier that just went and yeeted himself against a black. Usually that's not a good idea in ranked. Usually. But, you know, some people, not so much. Alright. Hello, Inquisitor. So we'll get the giveaway going in a moment. For those of you guys who are new, when we do giveaways, you have to be active in chat, and you have to be a follower. Now, I'm streaming on YouTube, and Twitch, and... God, what else? Kick, and Rumble. So, you are more than welcome to tune in over there if you want. But if you are on one of those channels right now, you're going to want to make your way on over to Twitch. Alright, Naughty, hello, hello. Should have been Rip Zath, but Wargaming flipped it. Nah, he protected his Citadel well. And I'm a little distracted hanging out with you guys, so it is what it is. We are 15 new followers away from 15,000, which is amazing. The Spaceman from Earth is part of that 15. Thank you for the follow. Osum, thank you for the follow as well. And let's yeet this code out. Kia ora indeed. Kia ora indeed. Okay, so this is going to be a blue bonuses container. In order to win this container, you have to be following the channel, and you have to be active in chat, which means you have to literally write anything in chat. This is over on Twitch. There's no easy way to do giveaways with multiple streams, unfortunately. Hello, Gothic. Oh, people love bonuses. Bonuses are fantastic for grinding. Grind, baby, grind. What's up, Revan? Sir, yes, sir. All right, Warco1, thank you for the follow. The Vengean, thank you for the follow as well. Shadow Flame, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. That gives us... that puts us at 11 away from 15,000. Guys, can we make 15,000 tonight? We've been trying to hit 15,000 for months. Since before I went to go see my dad. When does Chinese New Year event start in WoWs? Tux, that's a good question. It looks to me like it's going to be starting soon because the dock air just finished. And the new patch is next week, isn't it? On Wednesday? So my guess is it'll start next week when the patch hits. Is it Friday? I know they just released a dev blog, and I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of information in dev blogs. So, no, if you unsubscribe, and no, that does not count. Jaco, B Candy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Love that name. And Hydrate reminder, thank you for the hydration reminder. Bacon for the win. Yeah, when you guys are following, you're going to see pictures of my late cat, Stevie. He was 19 and a half years old. Greatest cat in the world. We had to put him to sleep last October, just before King of the Sea. But he's not gone, and he's not lost. You still see him when you follow. Let's get the lights back on. You still see him when you follow. And he's right back there. That picture is him. Beneath that is his paw prints. And to the right is actually a mold of his paw and a jar with his ashes. You got Delaware today. You got Minnesota. Just need like 12 million total before you can sail her. You need 6-slot mod. Honestly, if you want to play her without that, you can, but I don't know if you want to. Hey, Corgan. Didn't realize that since all I ever do is lurk. Oh, that Stevie passed? Yeah, no worries. How the heck have you been? That's right, gone in flesh but never forgotten. When you subscribe to the channel, you give Stevie head pats, and when you follow, you give Stevie bacon. And then with gifted subs and bits, we also have pictures from Stevie's life and some videos from his life and stuff. So it's a great opportunity to share him with you guys. Many of you didn't know me from before, so don't forget, guys, we have Ravender Oh my goodness. Okay, so Ravender just gifted 10 subs to the stream, and there's Stevie licking my plate. He loved deep dish pizza, Chicago-style deep dish pizza. So he would always lick my plate whenever he could. Ravender, thank you for the gift of subs, man. Stevie slideshow, please, and thank you, he says. Look at that. So, guys, we're in a hype train. On my channel, when we do a hype train, it's bad timing because there's a commercial break right now. But on my channel, when we do a hype train, as people support by subbing, cheering, or gifting subs, not only do you get to see Stevie and all that kind of stuff, but we do give out some extra codes to chat once we hit level 7. Usually I talk to the wife about extending the stream. That might be a little bit difficult today because of the surprise nature of the stream. And then also, in addition to that, we enjoy some special dirty water.
We're taking on water quickly. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
What's up, Edison, over on Kick? Kind of in the middle of things right now, so you're going to have to wait. Alright, let's go. So what do we got over there? That's got to be the Yagumo. What's our Yagumo doing? Ah, okay, cool. And we got ourselves a Musashi over there too. All right, cool. Hey, Jacob, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub, man. Appreciate you. That works. Now, guys, if you subscribe to the channel, one of the subscriber benefits besides ad-free viewing is I will cover one of your replays for you. We'll go over it, take a look at it together. Should that be something that you are interested in? I do have 3 replays on tap for tonight. Rigged indeedy, rigged indeedy. Did we have our giveaway done already? And yeet it out. Ah, Real Duran's won the blue bonuses code. We got 2 more codes of those left. And then I've got a whole host of CC containers for y'all. You're not going to want to miss that. If we get to level 7 Hype Train, we will yeet out at least 1 more giveaways right about now, alright? ThudTwit, a winner indeedy, a winner indeedy. So, I might sound a little weird, guys. I am sick as all hell. Like I said earlier, I wasn't planning on streaming, but I got the call to stream. Warship's Main was in need of somebody to raid, and well, I answered the call. So it's a surprise stream for me, and it's a surprise stream for all of you as well. But if any of you guys know anything about the World of Warships North American team, they are indeed a team. The community managers do a great job with the team environment of supporting each other, hopping in when necessary, that sort of deal. And Beefall, thank you for the 100 bits. And, you know, I kind of feel like I want to be part of that team. So, you know, when they reached out and said, hey, can you? Sure. Oh, it was an absolute surprise to Lady Zath Elusive. It was so surprise that we had to put together dinner like lightning fast. Yeah, that caused a little bit of stress in the Zath household, but we got done and we got ready for live and stuff. From time to time, I might mute the mic and turn away. That's because I have to cough real bad and spit out my phlegm. I know that's gross, but there it is. Love my kitty, thank you. You lost your buddy, a 15-year-old dog, before Christmas. You know, what's funny? I miss Stevie, and I'm sorry for your loss, absolutely. Vaves, thank you very much for chiming in there. I'll say it like this. Stevie was my companion for 19 and a half years. And without his companionship, I mean, well, you know, if you've had a pet, you know how special they are to you. But when Stevie passed, I wasn't truly sad. I didn't even really cry. We took him, put him to sleep, and that was the end of it. And I think part of that is because, hey, Rob. I think part of that was because of how special my relationship was with him and the fact that I got extra time with him. That was really important to me. So we thought he was going to pass away in July, and I said, no, I'm not putting him to sleep yet. I refuse. And we got several extra months of bonus time with him, and that was awesome. 1 minute left in the hype train. We got to level 4. Thank you very much, everybody, for the support. Ravender starting us off with 10 gifted subs. Beefall with the bits. And we also had our Twitch Prime sub earlier from Jacob Candy. Jacob, thank you again. You just showed up, joined the stream, and boom, you're subbing with Twitch Prime. It's very nice of you, man. Rob with a Twitch sub as well now. Thank you very much. Almost 3 years, indeedy. Look at that. Yours was 18 and a half when he went. I'm bad at math. There you go. Jarhead, thank you for the 101 bits. Very nice of you. Very much appreciate you. So I've got this wonderful AI chatbot that I love reading off when people like sub and stuff. So I'll read some stuff off to you guys, and then we'll switch over to replays in a minute here. Ahoy, Rob! Your 32 months of subscription is like navigating the high seas of support with expert precision, even if math isn't your strong suit. Here's to almost 3 years of anchoring down in our fleet. Your dedication is the real treasure. Beefall, thank you for another 100 bits. That's extremely nice of you. Choo-choo, everyone. Choo-choo, everyone. Mateo, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Guys, if we can get 8 more people to follow, that gets us to 15,000. I'm going to yeet out a code if we can get 8 more people to follow, if you guys don't mind. Following is free, so if you're willing to do that, toss that follow button. You could always unfollow me if you don't like it. Medellin. What is Medellin? What is Medellin? Let's see. What else? Beefall 90 just dropped surprise stream cheer in the midst of our midweek surprise. Looks like the ultimate surprise is Beefall surprising us all with their generosity. Let's keep the party going, captains. Isn't that AI bot wonderful or scary at the same time? Ahoy, Jacob Candy. Twitch sub is like anchoring our big cat Siberian Husky ship in our fleet, ensuring we sail smoothly through bacon field battles. Thanks for supporting the crew and keeping the seas ad-free. And Ravender, I need to, of course, call out your gifted subs. Your very, very nice subs. Just like a well-timed bonus in battle, Ravender's 10 gifted subs are a critical hit to morale on the road to 15k. With a total of 75 gifted subs, guys. 75. That's in Colombia. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Ravender. Now they're just supporting the fleet. They're leading the charge. That's right. No problem. No problem. I appreciate that, Driftwood. You know, the thing that makes me feel okay about Stevie is that I know I gave him a great life, and I know he enriched my life so much as well. When he passed, I was perfectly... I mean, I was sad, but, you know, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. Alright, so have I missed anybody else here? I gotta go through... Jarhead, your 101-bit cheers like the sound of victory horns. Like what you're hearing right now, let's horn. Echoing across the high seas of our stream. Your support fuels our journey to 15k like cannonballs of encouragement. Let's set sail on the road to more epic replays and relaxation sessions. Your cheer is the wind in our sails. How's that? How is that, huh? That's outstanding. Love this bot. Beefall just cheered with another 100 bits. Those bits are the best party favors, fueling the fun and making waves in the World of Warships community. Let's keep the celebrations going, captains. God, I feel like I'm so, like, stuffed up, but, you know, it is what it is. That's right, Chris. 7 followers left, and we'll yeet out a code if anybody's willing to toss that follow button. It's the heart icon over on Twitch. If you don't want to, no worries. It's okay. I don't have a problem. And Ronberg is in Denmark. Lovely country. I have unfortunately not visited. At some point, I will do so. And we have a villager naming. Now, I'm not planning on doing Manor Lords tonight. Lost in Dene. But if you are okay with waiting until I stream again, Manor Lords, I will absolutely name a villager in your name, in your honor. Jacob's in Denmark too. Denmark is on my list of places to visit. The closest I've come to Denmark is Amsterdam. I know it's not the same country. I actually am a big fan of geography. Holy crap, we won that first battle. Look at that. So this is the thing about ranked battles, that the way that I play ranked, guys, the way that I play ranked is almost like a speed run. I go in, and I get my battle in. Now, I don't just go and YOLO and die necessarily, but once I'm dead, I just exit out and start the next game. I don't stick around and fight on the keyboard or anything like that. I just move on to the next. Because you just never know, chicken puncher, you just never know if you're going to actually win the game or not. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you guys who play ranked, but you can't handle the salt, you can't handle the frustration and anger when you play that game, maybe that's a tool, maybe that's a trick that you can use to help get you through ranked, to help you stomach it. All right, Armact, Cthulhu, Zeka, who's here? We'll start with whoever responds first in chat, one of your replays. ThudTwit, you heard what I said earlier about keeping the name for later, right? Armact. All right, we'll do Armact first. Hey, Thoughtful. I need to get on Discord. This takes a moment, guys, just to get things set up. Normally, I do commercial breaks in between and everything, but with all of you guys here, I gotta, you know, I gotta keep the action going. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep the action going. Let's see. Discord. Come on, you guys say something, por favor.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Perfect, thank you. Thoughtful, what's the game? The game is World of Warships. We are doing replay analysis. Now, this is something that I do on Fridays and Sundays. I do it during the daytime North America. So I'm in Central Time Zone, which is Illinois, Chicago area. And I start the stream at about 12 noon, again, on Fridays and Sundays. Sometimes I have a work meeting on Fridays that delays the start of the stream. That can absolutely happen. But, you know, we go until about 6 p.m. Central Time. Again, 6 p.m. Chicago time. We usually do 5 replays, up to 5 replays, and then we just screw around and play the game together. That's kind of the plan for tonight. We'll do up to 5 replays, and whatever time's left over, we'll screw around and play the game together and have some fun. All right? Any of you guys are welcome to toss replays my way. This is not something where we make fun of players. Of course, without their permission. If they have their permission, we'll make fun of them. But we are aiming to help players learn the game, improve, enjoy the ships, enjoy the game. I've been playing World of Warships for 10 years, since closed alpha test. I was invited in. Actually, I was invited in, and then Leicester Studios, which is St. Petersburg, didn't respond to my email. So, long story short, I got in with a GameSpot. You know, the magazine GameSpot. It's probably dating me a little bit there. But they had, like, codes for getting into this closed beta weekend between alpha test and beta test. And I got in, and it was love at first login. I just couldn't stop playing the game. So that's my claim to fame. I've been playing this game since before it was ever released, about 10 years now. You seem like a cool guy, man. Just out of curiosity, what's my biggest dream in life? Thoughtful. That's a great question. I have to say probably fulfillment. When I die, I want to feel like I've made a difference in people's lives. I want to feel like I've done everything I can possibly do right. I've made mistakes. I will make mistakes. But the important thing for me is, I think, you know, when the ticker is over, that I can look back on things and smile. That's my goal, at least. Thoughtful, Trent, the rest of you guys, feel free to share your dreams if you would like. So anyway, like I said, I've been playing for 10 years. Little bit of history about me. I don't spend money. This is my kind of claim to fame. I have spent, in 10 years... Should we tell him, chat? Chat, how much money do you think I've spent on this game in 10 years? Take a guess right now. Dollar amount. If you know, don't answer. In the meantime, my shtick has always been, 350, has always been maximizing my gain for minimal money. And I am absolutely one of those people that worked my way here. 25,000, 327, and 35. Okay, now this is not Price is Right rules, guys. So, you know, it doesn't quite work that way. Let's see, what do I need to put? Archers. I am playing Stream Raiders, by the way. You might see a link in chat for those of you guys who do Stream Raiders. If you are looking for somebody that's pretty regular, feel free to check me out on Stream Raiders. I do this even when I'm not live. I run Stream Raiders because I know a lot of people, myself included, like to get missions done and that sort of thing. 2 years, you've just bought the premium time. That's a good use of your money. That's a good use of your money. 0, Corgan says. I'll give you a hint, it's above 0. Maximum gain for minimal cost, 2,000. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my grand total spend in 10 years of World of Warships. You ready for this? In 10 years of World of Warships, I'll put the lights back on so you can see me properly, is exactly $20. 20 American dollars. That's it. And it didn't even stay in Wargaming's pocket. The $20 that I spent went to the USS Texas Memorial Fund. USS Texas Memorial Fund. That was back when the Texas was in desperate need of repair. She's being repaired now, but I'm talking about before that. Back when her hull was rusting so much that she sprung so many leaks and all that kind of stuff, Wargaming put on a hell of an event. Where they sold the USS Texas as special camouflage, and all the money from those sales went straight to the Texas. So Wargaming did not see a single dime. So technically, I guess you could say I spent 0 and that money went to Texas. Or you can say I spent $20 and Wargaming kept none of it. Either way, I think you guys could say I'm a bit of a cheap ass when it comes to this game. Now, over the course of playing, I've accumulated a lot of wealth in this game. I didn't show it to you guys, but I have over 1 million steel. Yes, you heard that right. I have over 1 million steel. I am almost at 3 billion credits. I have 58 million Elite Commander XP and probably like 75 million free XP. I don't remember our coal and research bureau points. But the point I'm getting at is I play the hell out of this game. I've earned my way up. I've also volunteered in programs. I started out as a wiki editor and then got into the super test program. I am currently a super test coordinator. I've been a super tester for almost 8 years. I got into the CC, the community contributor program, 6 years ago. 6.5 years ago. You don't play warships, but I might be the reason. Thoughtful, thank you. It's a free-to-play game, but you know, don't ever feel like you need to do it. I do have an affiliate code. I think it'll pop up in chat. I don't know. But anyways, there are codes. So if you decide you wanted to get into it, I will say it like this: if you've got a friend that you know of that plays warships, hit them up and ask them for an affiliate code or something like that. They will greatly appreciate that. YouTube message should have come out. I don't know why that didn't work. Did I misspell? I misspelled affiliate. Yeah, that happens. Thoughtful, there are ways to maximize joining bonuses. Exactly. So you can use that link. I think it should be showing up on YouTube as well to check it out if you want. Please don't feel like you have to do it. But I love this game. I've played it for way too damn long. Chat, how long have you guys been playing the game? Feel free to share as the commercial break's about to start or just started. Oh my goodness. 8 years, Armac says. 8 years for you two, on and off since 2020, Tunip. I didn't know that, Tunip. I thought you were a newer player. I already took a screenshot of your show.
I dropped the game for a couple of years in the middle. I mean, not a couple of years, more like a year in the middle because my computer started getting a little crunchy.
Okay. Yeah, this game is very CPU intensive, not so much GPU. 8 years, 9 years, DB Vetter. Okay. 1 year for Chris. Okay. You don't remember exactly when, but 2015. Yeah. Hold on a sec, I have to cough. I came home from visiting my dad last week, and on Friday immediately I started feeling like I was going to get sick. And for me, I get sinus infections and stuff like that, usually in the fall. He's in Phoenix, so I think it was all the desert air and all the allergies from the plants and stuff that did me in. So I've been trying to recover. I finally got to the phrase where I'm I'm coughing instead of sneezing, but you know, the nasal drip, all that, it's not fun. Yes, multiple times about tier 10 container, I was contributed, no answer. Andrew, give me a sec. Hold that thought for a moment. 4.5 years, second time around. Oh, you took a break earlier, huh? 2017? The reason why I'm asking that, could also blame it on the ruse. I don't know what that means. Hold on. The reason why I ask is, at the CC Summit, about 2 weeks to 8 year. Nice, congratulations, Beb. Yeah, I think you thought I meant Australia. U.S. Wargaming. Yeah, I know, but I'll explain that in a second. 4 years and you have 350 plus ships. Damn, Jarhead. Congratulations on that. That's a lot of hard work. And I'm serious by saying that. Oh, you lost access to original. Oh, because the email's gone. Okay, gotcha. So, the reason I'm asking is we went to Belgrade, a bunch of the community contributors. I was one of them. If you watch the Wargaming's Belgrade video, I was actually one of the first people on there, and there was a lot of me in the video, so I felt really good about that. But anyway, one of the things that they told us, there were a number of things that they told us that are NDA and remain NDA, and I cannot tell you a damn thing about it. However, one of the things that they did tell us that we can share is that 50% of the people playing, if I remember the stats right, it's 50% of the people playing warships right now have been playing since 2017, I think, or 2016. And then a quarter, 1/4 of everybody in the game have been playing since essentially the game released in 2015. That's wild. That's wild. Or we're just all suckers, one of the two. But, you know, that's pretty wild. So, Andrew, I have to be careful not to laugh too hard, otherwise I'll start coughing. Andrew, you asked Wargaming. Wargaming is not going to answer. Here's the deal. In their dev blog, they just released a dev blog, and I saw them going through the dev blog on the official channel. On the dev blog, they have posted this special ship container, Tier 10 special ship. There's a common and a premium variant of these containers. What do they give you? One of all sorts of different special containers. As a matter of fact, I can pull that up for a second, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That's good. Oh, hold on. I gotta link in. There we go. Gotta get OBS to recognize that I'm doing a ship. Alright, and here's the dev blog. You were wrong. It wasn't until after your MS diag... I didn't know that, Corgan. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you've been doing okay. You got your 1-year anniversary gift. Congratulations. There's some interesting stuff in the dev blog. I generally don't like doing React content. There's other streamers that do that. I know Chaos likes to do that. KZMe, there you are. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're doing well. 53 months in a row, KZMe. Thank you very much for your sub. KZMe is like the ultimate lurker. I want to say she, and I hope I don't say that wrong. If I am, please feel free to correct me. But she's been hanging out since like I've started streaming a long time ago. Cool. And she's always been a supporter of me and the channel, and I've never heard from her, talked with her. I've never covered one of her replays. Forever indeedy. And I gotta say, I need to work on my eyebrows. Okay. You know, people like you are so special. Ravender, with your gifted subs earlier, same kind of deal. Like, you guys lurk, you're not very active in chat, but you still matter quite a bit. So I really do care about you guys. Thank you very much for the sub. And KZMe, of course, I owe you like, what, 53 replays now? So if you ever have a great game, feel free to share it to me, or just a regular one. 2025, Year of Wishing Wharf. Ugh. Alright, fine, you guys are making me do a React thing anyway, so I'll do it real quick. So first of all, we've got Salem, Trump, Forest Sherman, Maximum on Yoshino, 4501, Alvaro de Bazan, Brisbane, Hayate, Napoli, Malta, Marseille, Khabarovsk, Moskva, Kurfürst, 5.8% chance. These, I believe, are all coal ships. Did I do one of yours? Okay, I can't remember, Casey. It must have been a long time ago, back when I was like a wee lass, you know? Anyways, and then they've got an elite container, which is like their premium version, and you get doubloons for compensation. If you've got the regular container and you've got all the ships, you get 52 million credits. The way I just said Marceau triggered you so hard? Good. Edge, you've played this game since day one of closed beta. You're a long-time World of Tanks player, and you were part of the closed beta. It took a while off, but started playing again beginning of last year. Gotcha. You missed a lot, but that's okay. The game is still, as you can see, alive and kicking. The one thing that I thought was really odd in this, in this one, they were talking about the Wishing Wharf. The Wishing Wharf is kind of one of those weird events. They typically do, you know, it's a very strong, I guess you could say, aggressive monetization thing that they do. They've got Monmouth and Valparaiso, both of which are recent test ships, and then special permanent camouflages as well. And then there's some commanders too. Wishing Wharf is an interesting event. When it comes out, we can take a look at it and stuff like that, and you guys can ask anybody. I always tell people like this: use your brain, take your time, think your way through whether it's worth investing, and make that determination for yourself. Everything is worth whatever anybody's willing to pay for it. So, if you're willing, as you can see, Chad is a little unhappy with Wishing Wharf, and hey, I don't disagree with you this necessarily there. If you are missing out on that event, or if you are enjoying the game and you want to support the game, you can of course spend money, or you can do other things to support the game. Play the game, and I always recommend people only spend when they know what they're going to get, and they absolutely are willing to settle for the lowest possible, awards. Yeah, don't live up to the FOMO. Elusive is exactly right. Don't live up to that FOMO. Okay? Just putting that out there. Now, I say that, of course, as a community contributor that has all the ships and all the resources I was just talking about earlier. And frankly, guys, like I said, that's all earned from playing the game and volunteering in various programs. There's your hint for all of you who are listening carefully. The female captain looks like Loralee from Gilmore Girls. I have a feeling I know who that is. I have a feeling I met her at the CC Summit. That's all I'm going to say about that for right now. Because I can't remember if she was at the... If she's the one I'm thinking, I can't remember if she's in the CC Summit video or not. Yes, I have won 8 Turbitzes. I have like a literal sheet where I recorded like all the things I've won. I actually won 2 Turbitzes in one day, which is hilarious. But yeah, anyways. Armact, I think we need to get to your game, don't we? At some point? Your Anchorage game?
Take your time. Honestly.
Thank you, by the way, for putting your in-game name in. It just helps. The streamer with the lip piercing. No, Rakiri, she's not a streamer. She's actually works for Wargaming. I don't think we're ever going to see CCs with portraits of players anymore, or community contributors, unfortunately. It's a big sad for me because that's always been one of my goals. There's 2 goals. Okay, I've done a lot for this game. I've done a lot with this game. I've done a lot with Wargaming, and 2 goals. Sadly, one probably will never happen anymore due to geopolitics. Was to meet Dasha Perova. That would have been like chef's kiss. And then the other big goal is to have my likeness in World of Warships, to be able to have a captain in World of Warships. Unfortunately, I mean, if you think about it, Jingles was added as a captain, and he's no longer a CC. And so it's a lot of work for Wargaming to add somebody in as a captain, and then for them to, disappear, drop out of the program, whatever, get kicked out. I'm not saying that happened with Jingles, but you know what I'm saying. Like that's a significant investment that just disappears. So sadly, I don't think we'll ever see another opportunity for CCs like the ring contest that Jingles won. But well, Chris, thank you. But if I never make it in the game, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Oh, fun trivia about me. I actually have a mod in the game. Did you know that, Armact?
I did not.
If you go to your options and go to, was it HUD? Where's the crosshair? Here, crosshair. All right. If you go to the very bottom crosshair, that's my mod. World of Warships Wargaming did a contest in 2016, 2017. Design a mod. The global player base voted for which mod was best, and that mod was added to the game on a permanent basis, and I won. I made that mod because I played this game on a projector, and I could not see the standard crosshair at all because, projectors crush blacks and colors and all that kind of stuff. So I said, I want to make something that's high vis. And so it's so fun because I'll see other streamers, I'll see Wargaming when they stream, say, streaming with this crosshair. I'm like, you're using my mod. It feels so good. So not only have I done all these other programs, but I'm also a mod maker. So there you go. Anyway, no, we're not going to apply settings. CC having her camo added totally was never caused problems. Carbine Carlito? I don't know about that one. And somebody just followed, right? Elvin Hotel 80s, thank you for the follow. That puts us 7 followers away. 7 followers from 15,000. Remember, if we hit that mark tonight, I'm eating out a code we're going to celebrate together.
And then
You
I
use-
just
see, there
used
you
the redeem replay thing on the other channel.
Okay. We'll look at that in between. But first of all, we need to get to this. We need to get to this. Yeah, we're at 6 more. Right now, my thing says 7, but we'll see. Zandy, thank you for the elite follow. Welcome on in. Okay, so now I do World of Warships on, like I said, on YouTube as well. So I do have to make sure that I do have to make sure that everything is set over on the vertical. It looks like it is. Armact Anchorage. Okay, let's go. Hey, thank you again. It means so much when you guys follow. When people raid on it, I know a lot of times you guys are like, should I do it or not? I don't know. But it does mean a lot when you toss a follow button. It's free, but it really does make people feel good inside. You know, all the warm fuzzies. All right, Armact, I think we're about ready to go. What's the date?
29th.
Thank you. I keep a list of the replays that I do so that after the stream, at the end of the stream, guys, after the replays, you all will vote for which replay should make it to YouTube, and then I gotta go back and figure it out. So here we go. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Terror BDN or DBN, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Armact 14 with the Anchorage. He used a Cover My Replay, which is channel points over on Twitch, to force us to take a look at this replay. As I explained earlier, I am a big fan of free ways to advance, especially in free-to-play games. So, a free way for you to get your replay covered is just to hang out and stream, or as Tunip shared, lurk over on that rerun channel, and you can get channel points that way. There's my rerun channel in the chat. So, the Anchorage Tier 8 American Premium Heavy Cruiser, if I remember right. Yeah, 203mm guns. She's kind of an oddity. She was a dockyard ship, if I remember right, wasn't she?
She was. First
Yeah.
dockyard ship I ever got.
Gotcha. So it's funny that you said that we just talked about that, because Elusive said, how can one get the Anchorage? There's your answer. You have to go back in time, because currently that was the only opportunity to pick her up. Can you get her in Santa containers? Could you get her in Santa containers? I don't even recall.
I think so. I think I've seen people saying that they ended up getting Anchorage.
Okay. And she's also in super containers. Good to know. All right. Good. Rakiri, thank you very much, and the rest of you guys for answering. It's always difficult for us CCs to keep everything straight. I can only imagine what the wargaming people go through. So, anyways, chat, how many of you guys would love to see Dockyard come back and the ability to rebuild a ship or something? Anyway, moving on. So she's like I said, Tier 8 premium cruiser. The big thing about her is that she's got a smoke screen. So she's got the ability to sit and smoke like a Kutuzov at Tier 8. She's got hydro as well. But the thing about her, though, is that her smoke fire penalty at 8 kilometer is probably higher than you would want it to be. Sunday I covered a replay from Big O. He had an Anchorage stop and smoke in front of him and start shooting broadside to him, and didn't recognize his smoke fire penalty, and he paid the price for that. Got Citadel slapped into oblivion. So you absolutely have to keep that number memorized. Armac, you have that number memorized, right?
What is it again? 8 point something?
8.
I thought it was 8 point something. Maybe I've gotten caught out a little too much. I've started installing like a 0.4 kilometer buffer zone that I didn't need. But also, as I have this set up, I'm not really trying to get 8 kilometers from anything.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at your build then. So you've got main armaments mod 1, keep the turrets alive, engine room protection, aiming systems, propulsion, And finally, steering gears. Now, I talked about this on stream before. I like the combination propulsion and steering gears. That tells me you're planning on playing this ship farther away from battle, because most people would probably play it with Concealment Expert. And you can see the difference on the right side in build. Concealment Expert gets you to 13.6 kilometer concealment, which isn't that great. So steering gears might be a good way to go, but that takes you to 15 kilometer. The nice thing about that is it does give you a little bit more room to maneuver should you be detected and people want to shoot you. So that's kind of cool. Your rudder shift time with this setup is 6.71 seconds. I am curious. Aha. I always tell people cruisers I like 10 seconds or less for rudder shift time. Battleships 15, carriers 20, destroyers 10. Or sorry, 5. Destroyers 5. That's usually how I do that. Small and dockyard lol. That's usually how I set this up. So I kind of like seeing what I'm seeing here. You've got the ability to take spotting aircraft and catapult fighter. You took spotting aircraft, which is the better choice. It lasts longer duration, 60 seconds versus 1 minute, or sorry, 100 seconds. So 1 minute versus a minute, just at over 1.5 minutes, I should say, for spotting aircraft. And that helps you also shoot things from farther away. Now, this is a 13-point captain, and it's a standard captain. Why aren't you using anybody else on this, like a Doe or Halsey or something like that?
I got my... I think I have both my Does assigned somewhere else. Halsey's on my Des Moines.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's on my... Halsey's on my Des Moines. One of them's on Baltimore, and I don't know where the other one is, but...
Okay.
And I've also, this is a build that I was kind of just playing around with. I wasn't quite sure where to go with. So I got the basics, I thought, of a lighthouse build, and sort of where to from there, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. The engine, yes, we actually found that out the hard way. Wargaming gave me an account. We opened up, oh God, I don't remember exactly how much money on stream, but we got every ship and we looked at how many containers it cost to do it. I also used up 5,525 doubloons worth of containers on my main account. $5,525 worth of doubloons. So it's over like 1.3 million doubloons on my main account. I blew them all because I wanted to convert it to steel. That felt good. Anyway, Halsey on a cruiser makes perfect sense. You always want to put Halsey on whatever cruiser you're going to get, or whatever ship, I should say, you get a lot of Confederates with, because Halsey gives you that special talent. If you don't have Halsey yet, chat, get to it. It's a campaign. It's free. You just select the missions and play the game. Eventually, you get Halsey, okay? Yamamoto, same thing. So, you know, you're probably going to want to put him on Des Moines. That's where I have my Halsey. So that leaves you with the Does. And yeah, if they're on other ships, fine. And the reason I'm asking, I have a video on my YouTube channel called Commander Efficiency. And well worth the watch if any of you guys are trying to figure out what to do with your commanders. But this is a premium ship. So premium ships can literally put any captain in that you want. If your captain is trained to a different class of ship, like battleship, for example. In this case, you get the full amount of points to play with for a new build. So that's what Armact is doing here. He said he wanted to try out a new build. And that's a great way to use your premium ships if you're not trying to grind a specific captain up to 21 points. You just throw a bunch of different commanders in and see what happens. So, you've gone with Consumable Specialist, okay, to get your smoke back as soon as possible, I'd imagine. Also Hydro. And then you did Eye in the Sky. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it helps with my spotter, too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it helps with your spotter, your smoke, and your Hydro. But for you, the big thing is your smoke, right? Getting that back as soon as possible really allows you to, spam it and stuff like that. Although, note you don't have Superintendent, so that's only 2 charges. Anyway, Eye in the Sky, Survivability Expert, and Heavy HE and SAP. So you haven't gone Concealment Expert down here at all. Okay. Oh, and then you went Top Grade Gunner.
Yeah.
So
see me from the moon.
This is what we call a lighthouse build. And so because of this, that explains why your concealment is so bad, right? Because you don't have Concealment Expert, you don't have Concealment Module, and then on top of that, you have 15% greater detection as a result. Now, your HE shells do 10% more damage, but you do pay a pretty hefty price in this particular ship. The reason I say that is because these are American 203. Now, chat, I can't remember. Anybody know? Is this the buffed AP shell? Like the special, really good quality AP shell that American cruisers get, like Des Moines? Because if so, then that's one of the things you have to kind of consider is how do you play into that? You know what I mean? Hello, Gotchi. American burger? I don't know what you mean about that. So I'll say it like this. Looking at your build, it makes sense that you're trying to, go for maximum daka from long range, shoot the heck out of everything. A farming build in random battles is fine. A farming build in ranked can work as well for saving your star. It doesn't work as well as you'd probably hope for actually winning games, but it's fine. So looking at your skills, a couple of suggestions are Max. One is, if this is indeed American piercing shells like Des Moines and whatnot, then you may consider Gunfeeder. They have improved pen angles. Thank you, Elusive. So if that's the case, you're definitely going to want to utilize Gunfeeder so you can switch between AP and HE shells more rapidly. That would be very helpful for you. If you come across a cruiser that's broadside to you, you can delete it after you've been farming stuff. So that's a skill that's important. This one's important too. The other one that, in my opinion, is important is Last Stand. Because if you lose your engines or you lose your rudder, but mostly if you lose your engines, you're not completely screwed. Why not make those commanders for 775,000 coal? Maybe 15 point? Driftwood, I think Wargaming doesn't want to change anything that's already been created. So it's probably just easier for them to leave it as it is. Yeah, and so, like, if you're doing Gunfeeder, the nice thing is the Does and Halsey get improved Gunfeeder as well. So anyways, the nice thing about this, Armact, is if you settle into a build that you like, you can slap a Doe in there, and you don't have to pay to respec or something like that. All right.
Yep.
Got you over on YouTube. I'm sorry, but I really don't know what you're saying over there. We try to keep politics out of stream and stuff, so please consider this a warning to not bring geopolitics up in the stream. We're all here to hang out and have a good time, okay? Go ahead.
The other...
Nothing? Oh, okay.
I was going to say the other sort of approach I was thinking was potentially taking super heavy AP as well, because of that improved American piercing.
You can, but that forces you to play a completely different build where you build into concealment and all that kind of stuff. And the problem with that is it's expensive, relatively speaking, for what you get. So I'm just going to highlight these for a second. These are good skills to have. I'm a priority target enjoyer. You know that. Eye in the Sky is fine if you're going to play a super long-range spamming boat. That's perfectly fine. Superintendent is very handy. You don't get a heal, but it's very handy for having one of each of these consumables. So that comes in very handy. Top Grade Gunner is perfectly fine. I don't see a problem with that if you're playing it like this. Basically, I'm spotted, so I have a 8% better main battery reload. That's kind of sexy. So yeah, I mean, you can do this build. It's okay. It's a good messing around build. I might have done a few things a little bit different from the start. Like I might have favored Superintendent for the extra smoke over the survivability expert. But, these two are very important. Oh, Adrenaline Rush is also good too. And here's the problem. You go Adrenaline Rush, and now there's no room for heavy AP shells. Here, right? But then you run out of the ability to take Concealment Expert, for example. Or you'd have to drop Top Grade Gunner. So, it's rough to do. But Adrenaline Rush, I would say, is great on this boat. If you really want to build into this as a long-range farming ship, I might do something like this, with the caveat that maybe instead of Consumable Specialist, you do Last Stand, although both are okay. I think as a farming ship, you probably don't care about Gunfeeder as much.
Not so much, although there may be a couple opportunities where I'm thinking, oh, I'd love to hit that cruiser. But then this is also the Dutch light cruiser event, and there's 3 of them on each team, and that's just how, event ships work. Sure.
There's a shout out for Cap Mono. Go toss the follow over there if you want. 4 followers away from 15,000. and eating out a special code. So moving on, we have 4 signals used. You've got fire chance, fire flood chance, ship HP, and consumable reload. Okay, that's fine. You're trying to conserve flags, so that's fine. Give it a zombie heal. That could be fun. That could be fun. I can't remember. Does Anchorage have torpedoes? It does. It does. Yeah, 10-5, so they're Fletcher torps.
The sneaky thing would be pack a punch and then have even spicier torpedoes in the off chance I ever end up using them.
Hey, C1. Yeah, Pack-a-Punch is okay, but the problem is that, in my opinion, Pack-a-Punch is best suited when you are using both of the parts of Pack-a-Punch. So that means the secondary range, like you benefit from that as well as torpedo damage, and you only benefit from the torpedo damage. So I wouldn't worry about that at all.
Okay.
All right. We got a fireworks show going on in the background, and let's drop the browser. We're going to get into our game. All right. And I think I need to shout out Admiral Revan, too. C1, how have you been? Hope you're doing all right. Oh, Fletcher torps are very powerful on their own, which is kind of another reason not to worry so much about them. I think the biggest problem, too, is in these days, Tier 8 is kind of rough. You're either bottom tier in a Tier 10 game, or you're top tier in a Tier 6 game. Sometimes in between, but, you know. Why are we seeing Sohn on Revan? That's kind of funny. Busy, okay. Thanks, C1. I'm doing all right. I'm a little sick trying to recover from I think it's just allergies. I think it's just a sinus infection. So I probably sound a little stuffed up. All right, Armac, where are you going?
I'm thinking these little islands between B look cozy for a ship that wants to be around some islands and also has some smoke screen disengage capability.
Okay. And we do see a lot of ships like to use these islands to help, you know, block vision and fire over, like, you know, Des Moines like to use these islands, Woosters and stuff like that. So it's fine, but look at your concealment and look at where you are compared to the rest of your team. Honestly, if you're going to play a farming battleship like this, I highly recommend you play a little bit farther back at the start. Like, pair off with a battleship and just, you know, go look at the battleship's guns for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could get used to looking at a little bit more of the artwork on the camouflage like I was doing there a moment ago. Right,
exactly. Oh, and I guess it saved my HUD change, even though, yeah, oh well. Alright, so you luck chuck some torpedoes out. Cat Monitor, I don't know if I'm going to carrier con or not. Let me change this real quick. Where is it? HUD. I used to remember where they kept it all, and then that changed a bit. So I think I use, what, 6? I use 7. I'm not sure that I'll be attending this year, Cat Monitor. I haven't been invited in the past. I'd love to go at some point. CarrierCon, for those of you guys who don't know, that's in San Francisco, technically Oakland. It's on the USS Hornet. Hornet? Hornet's the one in San Francisco, right? And it's in March. March 22nd, 23rd, something like that. It's, believe it or not, a very big anime kind of convention. And of all people, Sea Raptor is usually invited. So, figure that one out. Alameda, gotcha. Elusive, thanks for the lurk. So, you got spotted momentarily, but because your Yarsveld is where he is, obviously the enemy team's going to look at him. They did take a couple quick pot shots at you, and you got lucky that none of them really did much damage.
Yeah, and I'm going to start getting the sense that maybe this spot's a little too hot for me.
Usually when... I'm glad that you brought that up, because usually when I play a kiting ship, I like to play on the flanks.
Yeah, and I'm going to make my way out to the flank here. It'll be a little bit clumsy in how I do it.
Okay. Yeah, with all the with all of these Dutch cruisers and stuff, as you can see, it's going to be really hard for you to play like the island camping game that you probably thought you were going to get away with. So, yeah. Is Anchorage the best tier 8 American heavy cruiser? No. No. Best is very subjective, Jake. I mean, I'm a big fan of the New Orleans. Actually, no, she's 7 now. She used to be 8. So Baltimore is tier 8 now. And Baltimore's fun. Baltimore's a good ship as a tech tree. If you're talking about premium cruisers at tier 8 for American heavy premium cruiser, the only other one I could think of is, what, the Congress, which is the Alaska prototype.
Wichita.
Oh, yeah, the Wichita. Wichita's good. Wichita's great. Although she doesn't have the buffed AP, so there's that. But otherwise, she's still a fun boat. Rochester, yes, thank you. Forgot about Rochester. Too many ships in this game. They need to remove like 5. You remember New Orleans? Yeah, see, that's I always do, Zeki. You know, old dog, new tricks and stuff. This is very dangerous, you coming out like this. I mean, I get that you've got Hydro on, but you're still screwed if you come out and there's torps heading your way. Also, everybody sees you. Yeah, Spooky
Yeah,
was tier 8.
I was kind of counting on the Richelieu being the shot trap, and you know, that's sort of where I was saying is like I was going to be clumsy as to how I got over, but I was going to be looking to get over.
Well, you just lost half your HP, so Richelieu wasn't exactly your shell trap.
No, it wasn't.
It is for a bunch of others.
I didn't even notice that the Piranga got that salvo off. I saw that and I'm like, oh,
ouch.
Yeah, ouch. But also I didn't even notice as I was playing the game. That was a moment later sort of thing.
Now, I don't like that you're turning back. I mean, you're trying to set up for a smoke, but in the process you took a torp and a flood that you absolutely didn't need or want to take. You don't have a heal.
Yeah. That was...
Okay.
I've done some bad, how do I say, miscalculated torpedo dodges, and I thought that torpedo was going to miss me by a mile. It did not.
No, you were a little busy thinking about your next step. It's very similar to, for those of you guys who are in the United States watching American football and watching somebody catch the ball and then immediately drop it because what was on their mind was, I'm going to go score. When they should have been, you know, thinking, I got to catch the ball, catch the ball, catch the ball, then worry about scoring, right? Kagero, yeah, I remember when she was tier 9. That was pain. I was not a fan of tier 9 Kagero. Tier 8 Fubuki was fun though, because I spec'd her for stealth fire, so you could shoot your guns and not be detected, which is hilarious. Nice kill, triple Citadel on that Yarsfeld.
Thank you. Yeah, that's like the AP hurts.
Oh yes.
I remember I dev struck in Edinburgh from near enough full health one time. Like it'll do damage.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll switch back to the HE. I might go back to the AP a little bit on that King George.
Okay.
Or I might just... I can't remember sort of how this next turn of play goes.
It's alright. I'm curious why you left your smoke, though.
Oh, Fletcher Torps.
Oh, okay. And speaking of Fletcher...
Now I wish I
Wow.
had that smoke back.
Yeah, that's alright. Nice kill, though. Tier 6 Cleveland was insane. Yeah, she had a Citadel nobody could find. You're about to beach, so again, this is another one of those forget trying to do damage and focus more on where your ship is going. I actually enjoyed Pensacola at tier 7, Zeka, because I like a challenge. And I'll tell you what, Pensacola was such a fun ship. I could care less about her battleship size detection, because I could make her dance. You know what I mean?
And I do barely get away with. I did have in mind that I was about to beat. Starting at about the time where that alarm popped up, and a little before that, I knew that I wanted to dance as close to this island as possible, but I didn't want to hit it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a very heavy risk that you're doing there, because if you hit the island, or you know, underwater feature pulls you and stops you, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, I'm toast if that does happen.
Yep. Darlith, yeah, Pensacola hit. That's why I loved her, because she rewarded players who knew how to use AP, and because she was pencil thin, also rewards players who know how to dodge. Cleveland to Pensa was, yeah, it's a rough transition. So you could have smoked there so that, like, you know, the Iparaga doesn't just like smash his face on the keyboard and kill you with the secondaries. But my guess is nope, never mind.
Yeah, I think I was trying to hold off on that smoke as much as I could, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna lose all secondaries. And when I saw the heal go off too,
Yeah.
that was my cue to smoke up.
Well, King George over there is fine because now you've got somebody else to farm after the Ipiranga dies, assuming you kill him and assuming you don't die.
Yeah, assuming a couple assumptions.
This is a good turn. I like this. Because you're keeping the smoke between you and your opponents. I would have held those torps for the King George. But I can see the idea of, like, whatever.
Well, part of them was their sort of dual purpose. I felt like maybe the King George might be pushing that way already.
Well,
I'm hoping
you've got a
by the
plane up.
time- I was hoping by the time those torps get there, that Ipiranga, he's got to be dead. And
Yeah. If only battleships didn't have heals. Fortunately, they took a shot in your smoke and you've got a plane up, or had a plane up, to spot them, so that's kind of funny. Tanky gunboat tier 3, fragile oversized DDs at 4 and 5. You mean like the Clubson? Hey, look, a torpedo.
yeah, that's they were for the King George. I swear, I promise.
All right. You're plane detected. Go ahead.
Now I'm getting a little aggressive. Like, I get the sense the team's, up on points, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got the Nord right there, who's probably gonna kill the Seattle. Crazier things have happened, but so I get a little greedy at this point.
I mean, if you look at the score, I could see the thinking behind it. But we've all been in these games where, like, you die and all of a sudden your team's like, well, he's dead, guys. We're just gonna fail now.
I guess the other thing too is that with the smoke screen going up, I didn't have a choice.
What do you mean?
Because I was going to be detected.
Oh, because the smoke screen is gonna disappear. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
the smoke screen was disappearing. So, I could probably have saved my fire for a couple moments longer, but I kind of felt like King George is just going to have more time to get a heal off.
True, but that's more damage you can farm. Ah, see, there's the big brain right there. And that's the thing, when you're doing a farming setup, like, all you care about is farm, baby, farm. So as soon as somebody's down to, like, near death or whatever, they DCP that fire, and you're winning as handily as you guys are, you could choose not to shoot. And let them heal. And then whack them, more.
That is true.
But
I've been on the receiving end of that as a big, when I was playing like a Monarch, I think.
Mm-hmm.
With
I once tried doing that in ranked in a Conqueror. I thought, oh, well, I'm gonna farm out an unsinkable, because I was the Conqueror, right? And didn't end well for me. Let's just say I miscalculated a little bit.
The risk I took was a calculated one, but dang.
Oh yeah. I don't remember if I won or lost that battle. I don't care either. It was just fun.
Yeah, and spoiler: the rest of this game is going to be me running from A10 to J1 or J10, trying to catch an Ibuki that I'll never reach.
Yeah, we'll fast forward a little bit here because you got nothing to shoot. Unsinkable harder to... Yes, it is. Unsinkable is absolutely harder, especially now that they changed the flooding mechanic. And just in time to watch the Ibuki die.
Yeah. kind of disappointed. I felt a little good about that last salvo, even though it didn't hit. It was,
Yeah.
or it didn't make it in time. I was like, that probably would have hit, but like, and I've been playing the Anchorage probably for 3 or 4 games like that, and I tried it a long time ago, and it with the lighthouse build, and it didn't work. So this game, I knew I made some mistakes, but wanted to see sort of where those mistakes were and get some feedback on them.
Yeah, I think your positional mistakes, as you've noticed, you've kind of already picked up on those. I feel like in general, the way that you were using your smoke is very inefficient. I don't think you actually managed to use a smoke for its intended purpose until that very end when the 2 battleships were charging you, and even then, you were kind of forced to run away from them. So I think that's the big problem with the Anchorage is a lot of times you want to use that smoke. You get kind of tricked into utilizing it. I think a better way to consider playing this ship is to think of it more like a Des Moines that just happens to have a smoke instead of a heal. And so, like, if you're in trouble, then you can use that smoke to get out of trouble as your get out of jail free card, in theory. But, I would say don't play into that smoke as much. And that's just kind of my personal experience with the Anchorage as well. And the way you were playing it, you were much more... Honestly, it didn't feel like you were playing it with a farm build in mind. It felt very much like you were just playing a standard American heavy cruiser.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
So
I can see where you... Like, right at the start of the game where I go to the island where you say, oh, yeah, lots of Des Moines and Woosters like to hang out here. Yeah. I can see why you might think that I'm playing as a Des Moines or a Wooster.
Well, and then you had a few really good AP Citadels, which, hey, absolutely take advantage of that opportunity. But I think in the process, you kind of see, the kind of, opportunities that this ship affords that, I guess in a sense you kind of ignore by going for a farm build. So
yeah, that makes sense. Because I definitely, at the very least, I'm passing up on some of that extra AP pain, and I don't know if I can get the concealment good enough to be truly an ambush ship.
Yeah,
but if I'm sitting in smoke and technically undetected for long enough, maybe I don't get thought of by someone until I've dropped 12 AP rounds into them.
Right, and a lot of people make that mistake of shooting out of smoke and getting detected. You can shoot out of smoke if it's going to be a decisive, salvo, like you're going to kill something. So, your concealment, best concealment gets you down to 12.31 kilometers. With, oh wait, hold on. I have to turn off the heavy HE and AP. 10.7. 10.7 base.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Kind of.
Pretty good. I also feel like you weren't really able to utilize your spotter plane as much as you probably wanted to. I think you might be better suited. Like if you were to change to priority targets, for example, like that tells you when it's time to smoke, right? You see that number go up to 3 or higher. Okay, I got to make Inky and run. I think for you could put the spotting aircraft modification, the coal upgrade, in slot 1 instead of main battery, and you could do that so that your planes are up longer. You could do that too.
I'm gonna hopefully do that, or get like 1 or 2 more coal equipment pieces with the monthly discount. But I'm saving up for one of the special commanders. I think maybe Kuznetsov, right?
Yes, we call them Opizov or Khrushchev, but yeah.
Yep.
Good choice.
Either him or Lutyens. I'm still debating which country I feel like playing more in the next 2 months.
Lutyens helps pretty much all German ships. Doesn't matter the class. And Kuznetsov is really heavy cruisers and battleships. You can make the argument for him on some other classes, but it's primarily like the Petropavlovsk line or the Kremlin that you're going to put him on.
Makes sense.
So, you decide. But they're both good captains, and they're both well worth picking up. So I talked about positioning. I think if where you spawned, I would have probably headed towards C9. You can use the island at Delta 9 if you need to mask a turn away, to hide behind and shoot from, all that kind of stuff. And what you're doing there is you're playing Gatekeeper in case an enemy destroyer decides to YOLO up the 9 line, because sometimes they will do that. Also, it gives you the ability to isolate who can shoot back at you, because it's either below or to your right, right? It's either from the south or from the southwest that could fire at you. Southeast, really not so much.
Yeah, I guess from the early game here, no battleships go out down the 10 line, which I can't remember what battleships they had on this flank, but that's a bit of a lost opportunity for them. I guess as a King George, like that's probably, if I had a King George, where I'd want to go is out towards the flank to be forgotten about until I hit some unsuspecting cruiser who might be playing a lighthouse build or something. But all that to say that, yeah, putting myself in a position where I'm subject to multiple sort of threat vectors, to use the fancy words, it's scary right at the start. And yeah, going out there's something appealing about having just a flank that is hard protected by wargaming.
Yeah, because of the border, right? Exactly. So yeah, I feel like you did a lot of risks. You got punished hard for it, not enough to kill you, but you know, that definitely made you probably wish that you had adrenaline rush at that point. But you know,
would have been fun.
So yeah, I always tell people you get the coal upgrades on ships if you really like the ship. If you play the hell out of the ship, then it's worth it. If you only play the ship once in a month, there's no point in throwing a coal upgrade on it. Personal opinion, unless you've got all the ships, all the captains, etc., then it's worth considering. But
yeah, this has been a fun challenge for me to sort of learn this sort of higher tier lighthouse playstyle, because I use it on my Marblehead. I think we did a replay of mine in Marblehead a while back, and so it's kind of a fun new challenge. It's probably not necessarily optimal, but I think it does help me improve being a better player overall too. Just understanding the strengths and weaknesses of kiting cruisers and stuff like that.
Good. Yeah, I mean it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. All right. Well, anything else in this replay, or are we Gucci?
I think we're Gucci. Thank you so much.
Alrighty then. So I'll do my characteristic thank you for supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And yeah, keep playing the ship and having fun.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks for the surprise stream. Hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, thanks. You guys are going a long way towards helping me feel better. So, yes, that was Babylon 5 Inquisitor. There's a few things I need to catch up on. Right now I'm in the Be Right Back screen for a sec, guys. When we do replay analysis, one of the things that I will typically do is I'll move to Be Right Back screen. We do a commercial break, and I get set up for the next replay. It takes a couple minutes to get things all squared away. But I do want to comment on a couple of things going on in chat. Lord Inquisitor, yes, Lutyens is severely OP on Schlieffen. That's where I have my Lutyens right now. Jake has said he's gone from having Yamamoto a month ago to being on track having 4 of the special commanders. Nice, Jake, nice. Anchorage could get a super heal, sure, but I don't know that it needs it. And I see some people saying that I got to 15K. Now, my numbers show 14,998, which means we're just 2 people away from followage-wise, and then we'll yeet out a code to celebrate. So if any of you guys haven't hit that follow button yet and you're willing to consider doing that, remember, following is free. You're welcome to do that if you want. But I need to thank Fus Broda. I love that name, Fus Broda, for the follow. And also Footlong Tacos, thank you very much for following. And Assassi Nomad, thank you for the follow. And Wayank, thanks for the follow. That takes us to 14,999,999. So, who wants to be number 15,000? In Waz Legends, there's a captain who's super good secondary. He's probably better than Lutyens. Oh, okay. He's German. Interesting. Very interesting. Chat, I'm going to do what we do best here. We're going to run a commercial break. We're going to put words on stream together. For those of you guys who are unfamiliar with words on stream, all you do is you type in a word that you see. It's kind of like Scrabble. If you're the first one to type it in correctly, you get yourself your name up there or whatever on the scoreboard. There is a locking period, so there is a point of time where you are unable to do that. Hi, KoeiTecmoUS. But you're welcome to play it if you want. I need to figure out something. I don't know if I think I need to change stream elements. I'll just do that one. That's fine. I need to change out my chatbot message. So they changed some things around with the with words on stream. It used to be that you got a super secret special link that reset like with every session. Now they have static links, which is so much better because that allows me. Where is it? Do I not have a words command? Maybe I have it on here. Yes, okay. I'll update the words command there. So we're going to do a commercial break in a minute for those of you guys who want to participate in words, but you know, you're going to see commercials and stuff like that. You can always open up another tab with that link in chat right there, and that takes you to a full screen version of the game. I'm also about ready to start up Stream Raiders too. So sit tight for a minute. I also need to open the door. I'm getting kind of warm in here. I'm going to run a 3-minute commercial break. We're going to load up our next replay, which I guess is going to be Zeka, because I'm seeing Zeka a bunch. So we'll load up Zeka's kid replay next. Did I ever... I can't remember if I fixed the render on that one. So give me a moment, y'all. Zeka, okay, I got it. Good. All right, commercial break should be starting momentarily. All right. Let's get this going. And kid. There's the kid. And I want to do something else. What did I want to do? I don't. Oh, open the door and cool down the room. That's right. Okay, we are back. I don't know if you guys saw my shirt. This is a King of the Sea shirt. Some of you guys know I cast King of the Sea as well. The Dino is streaming. First time you've seen me and Zath at the same time. That's interesting. Raptor usually streams on Thursdays, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. How about saying? There we go. Up. Game just started. I gotta break the camera free. Hey, Dubong. We are officially 1 follower away from 15,000, which is amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. If anybody hasn't followed yet and you want to be number 15,000, now is your chance. Once this happens, I'll be eating out a special code to chat to celebrate. Hell, maybe I should get some dirty water, too. I have to open a new bottle. That's kind of annoying. So this is the kid. I've taken a lot of screenshots of the kid lately, so I'm trying to think about what I can do. Now, the kid is best known. Do we have it over here? There we go. We've got Captain Kid right there on the funnels. So let's see. What can I do? Something like that could be fun. Yeah, Gothic, I'm excited. It's been a long time since, it's been a long time coming to get to 15,000. And obviously I couldn't do it with all you guys here, you know, supporting the stream and stuff. 46 seconds to go on the commercial break. I think it is time for Stream Raiders to go so you guys can see the madness, the absolute madness of Stream Raiders. Kid is one of your favorite ships in the game. I know, Zeka. Are you joining me on voice, by the way, or are you going to stay in chat? I think we've done, like, what, 2 other kid games of yours? I think 2. Maybe more. Tunip. Tunip, are you still here? Tunip said he redeemed on the rerun channel. So let me go and take a look at that. 3. Okay. I knew it was a bunch. I just couldn't remember how many. Cover my replay. Me did. Well, that doesn't really help. So, Tunip, if you're here, what the hell ship is me did? Why does... Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's Armax. All right. Stream Raiders success. We had 221 allies left over, guys. And I didn't even let this run to the full time. Isn't that crazy or what? All right. One moment, and we will get started with our next replay. Archers is what I'm putting up. Okay, that's enough to finish that quest. Go back up here. Quests. Nicely done, you guys. You're at level 4. GG's. For those of you guys doing Stream Raiders, don't forget to go to the store and pick up your free laurels as well. Okay, that's fine, Zaka. Okay. So we're going to pause on that, and let's get over to the replay itself now. I really need to program a button in my Stream Deck to, like, build viewer on, build viewer off. Like, that would really save me. But it doesn't work with vertical, so it probably wouldn't save me too much anyways. You need to get an Alaska game worth looking at. Well, any game is worth looking at, Jake. You know that. Some of the, I think the most educational games that I've covered have been like fails. So, Armax, we didn't talk about a title for your Anchorage game, but I think we'll just call it Lighthouse. You have no clue what you're doing sometimes. Well, that's what I mean. So, like, those are the games to send in. Not like, here's my Uber Elite awesome battle of epicness to where I just wrecked everybody and, you know, worship me for I am a god. Like, those aren't necessarily great learning opportunities. They can be, but, you know, giveaway, guys, in chat right now. You have to be a follower and type something in chat. You've got 5 minutes. This is for a CC container. This is over on Twitch. If you're watching over on Rumble, YouTube, or Kick, you're gonna have to get on over to Twitch, log in with your account, make sure you follow the channel if you haven't already done so, and type anything you wish into chat. All right, there you go, Fighter. Fighter, I'm not sure if you're a follower or not, so make sure you do that follow if you want a chance to win. Mayo Dothi, I am one away from 15,000. If you ever... There it is! There it is! Fighter 1990 with the follow. Welcome on in. And here we go. 15,000 followers. Oh my god, guys. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Seriously. Confetti, fireworks, all the stuff. We just did the thing. Mayo Dothi, you want me to stand up? All right, fine. I'll stand up just for you. It did take a long time because I took a break, right? I went to visit my dad for a couple weeks. And so because I went to do go see my dad for a couple weeks, I didn't stream for a couple weeks, and Twitch unfollows people, or people just unfollowed. I don't know. But like every day, I was like farther away from 15,000. It was like pain. Do some celebratory push-ups. I could, but you won't see me. I don't have a camera that shines on the floor. So, you would have to just trust me. Pop a champagne, F1 podium style, like, yeah, you know, like that. I could do that. There it is, right there, 15,000. Let's go. Let's go. That is awesome. So we're going to have some fireworks in chat, guys. And, well, yeah. Let's do it. Oh, Zeka, I need to put your replay render up here. Kid. Ah, here we go. I'm literally naming it Zeka Kid.
It's as good a name as any.
Right. All right, everybody doing the fireworks. So I guess we'll do this one dark mode. All right, we're on dark mode for this one. We'll see what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Zeka's game in the Kid, the Tier 8 American Premium Destroyer of Awesomeness. The Kid is a real ship. She is visitable? I don't know. She's on the Mississippi River outside of Baton Rouge, which is the capital of Louisiana. So, if you are interested in visiting a museum ship, that's a really good choice. Fletcher-class destroyers were the workhorses of World War II. And they're also basically Sea Raptor's favorite ship ever. So, and yes, she's got Captain Kidd on the smokestack. Exactly right. Can I make you mod, please? Ian, no? I don't do any of the mod stuff over on YouTube, but you know, if you want to be a mod, we can talk later. I think they used Kid for the CGI in Greyhound. I'm pretty sure they did. Yes, I'm pretty sure they did. So she's a very special ship. Zek is a very special viewer. He subscribes to the channel, and because he subscribes to the channel, we cover a replay for him. In addition to that, if people are looking to support, I do have a Patreon as well, and we do replay coverage that way too. And then there's a free, absolutely 100% free way of getting your replay featured on the channel, which is literally just tune in, lurk, hang out, be a part of the action, get your channel points, and use your channel points to force to cover my replay. So, like I said, she's a Fletcher-class destroyer, which is the Tier 9, but at Tier 8. So at Tier 8, she loses one gun. Gasp! I know, it seems terrible, but it's not, because Fletcher guns are quite sexy, and even at Tier 8, the reload on them is quite good. The bigger thing for her is that she loses one of her torpedo launchers. She only has one torpedo launcher, and I believe these are Benson torps, right? 9.2 kilometer,
Yes,
yeah.
they're Benson torpedoes. And you only get the
Right.
one launcher, but you don't lose the gun like you just said.
Oh, you're right. It's got 5. I apologize. I'm thinking of the torpedo launcher that you lose. I'm sick and tired. Both. But anyway, and in exchange for this, Wargaming gave her a heal. So ship's bonkers. I mean, absolutely bonkers. In close range, just demolishing other destroyers. It's wild. So the heal is very nice. She does have the choice between defensive anti-air fire or engine boost. Yeah, I think I was thinking of the Halford, exactly, Armact, because we did that one recently too. I think Friday. So it's got engine boost or defensive anti-air fire. Zeka hates carriers, so he does defensive anti-air, especially right now with the proliferation of the Dutch cruisers in early access. There's even more planes in the sky, so it makes sense to do defensive anti-air fire. However, generally, I usually recommend if you're going to put defensive anti-air fire on a destroyer like this, make sure you're divisioning with somebody who's taking a carrier into battle, because then you're guaranteed to have at least some planes to go and shoot down. Yeah, rework.
If you're like me,
pre-rework
you
is
just
good.
hate carriers all of the time, you can also do that, but not recommended.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the infamous now BFK streams where they do the KAK divisions, 2 kids and an Akazuki.
2 kids in Akazuki, and they just run at the
Yeah.
carrier. They smoke up the Aki, kids spot, they farm. It's always fun.
It's a way to counter specifically one class in the game. Whether you consider that toxic or not is totally up to you, but players do that because, as you said, you want to deal with carriers. So let's get to your build. So you got main armaments mod 1, engine room protection, torpedo tubes mod 1, propulsion, and concealment. Okay, that works. Why in slot 3 torpedo tubes mod 1? Oh, good morning. Thank
Because
you.
Id, like we talked about earlier, only has the one torpedo launcher, which first of all, torpedo tubes spawn with random health, which is extremely stupid, but not going to get into that. So you only get the one launcher, and your torpedoes are the only tool that you have to deal with like a rushing battleship or cruiser, like around an island, or if someone's trying to walk at your smoke or something like that. Your torpedoes are the only thing that you have to deal with that, because you are like, unless it's like a super light cruise and you can like citadel it with your guns at 3 kilometers, which is mostly not going to happen, but your torpedoes are important, and the reason I have that on slot 3 is to protect those torpedo tubes from being knocked out.
Right. So you've got a 40% less risk of torpedo tubes being incapacitated. You get a 5% torpedo speed buff. That's cute, but you don't care about that so much. And then when you combine that with Main Armaments Mod 1, which also buffs torpedo tube survivability and later on preventative maintenance, those three work in tandem to try to keep your torpedo launcher alive. As you said, the entire community discovered, about 2 years ago now, a year or two ago, that torpedo launchers have a random amount of hit points. Wargaming explained that as it was an original programming decision so that one salvo from a battleship doesn't completely wipe out all the torpedoes on like a Shimakaze, for example. We're talking about way back, probably during closed alpha test, where somebody made a change and then just forgot it even existed. And then somebody data mined it, built a mod, found out, and then everybody went up in arms about it. I wouldn't be surprised if Wargaming is working on a way to fix that, but until that fix is made, we all just have to sit there and pray that we don't have crappy hit point pools on our torpedo launchers.
And one other thing to note about the torpedo launchers is that even if they don't get permad, if they do get incapacitated and they're not fully loaded, it will reset that reload all the way to its max, and you have to wait the entire reload again.
Yes. So even if you DCP an incapacitation and you were 0.1 seconds away from reloading your torpedoes, you got to wait for a reload again, which, hey, if you're running and gunning from a secondary battleship that's just YOLO charging you, yeah, it's not going to work. So, and this is a standard captain. Now, you said earlier that this is a special account. Seal Veliona is an alt that you have with one goal in mind, and that is just to troll people, because people use programs to instantly look up the statistics of players on their team and on the enemy team. It's called Matchmaking Monitor. There's probably a couple other ones too. And so they might make improper conclusions based on your low battle count. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and unfortunately, not many people have been falling for it. We can only speculate as to what that could possibly be. I think it's just that everybody is chat banned is the only possible explanation.
No. Honestly, I think people have moved away from Matchmaking Monitor, but I could be wrong. So, anyway. So you've got a 13-point captain, and you've done the core build. Now, I always say the core build is going to be preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, and concealment expert. That's the core build. The first 10 points you almost always go for on a destroyer. One big caveat, a ship with a heal, you want to prioritize superintendent first. You want to get that extra heal, and of course the extra other consumables, but the heal is the big one. Get the extra heal to make sure that you're able to stay in battle as long as possible. And then survivability expert, especially with the heal, they really work together very nicely. So yeah, that's fine for a 13-pointer. Where would you go from here?
After this, the plan is to get Adrenaline Rush. After that, basic firing training, and then I'll have 2 points left over that could pretty much go into anything. I was thinking about either Demolition Expert or Swift Fish, but it's not really going to make a massive difference either way.
No, it probably won't. So yeah, you've got some choices here. One of the difficulties of taking Mabas is then that forces you to not be able to take another tier 4 skill. Or 4-point skill, but you don't really benefit so much from regular location because your gun turret reverse is so freaking fast anyways. If you get surprised, you just turn your guns, so it's not a big deal. Dazzle has some help for you, especially in a higher tier game with all the radar proliferation, so that could work. But my boss
If
makes
you-
perfect sense.
If you wanted to, you could also run Fearless Brawler if you're like dead set on fighting a lot of destroyers, which is something the kid is really, really good at. But the way I fight destroyers most of the time is I try and troll them into shooting back at me, so their bloom will, their gun detection will bloom to their max gun range, and then I can just smoke up in their face and
Yeah.
farm them for 20 seconds.
Right.
And then Fearless
Right.
Brawler goes away as soon as you do that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Fearless Brawler on that ship, but you know, a lot of people like to take the kid and they pop smoke and then they just farm from that smoke, which is fine. If that's the case, you may consider a consumable specialist to be able to cycle through your smokes quicker, and defensive anti-air in your case. So that could be possible. Yeah, demo expert's all right, but 2 points for 1% is still, I don't know, it's okay.
Yeah, the
But-
main reason I run Demo Expert on my main account is just because when I'm top tier, I'm like, this sucks. And I just run Demo Expert to bully tier 6s.
Sure. Yeah, because there's an inherent resistance to fires, for those of you guys who don't know. And the higher the tier you go, the greater that resistance built into the ships are. So when Zek is top tier, this 1% actually has a bigger impact because tier 6 ships have less resistance to fires. And then flags, you went all out. You went for HP flag, fire reduction, fire chance, flood, heal boosting, speed, consumables, and anti-air. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Well, how's about we get into your game, shall we?
Sounds good.
Alrighty then. Here we go. I'm going to put the lights back on. I think it's a little dark in here. I'll stay standing. It's fine. We're celebrating 15,000 followers. Let's go. So this is middle tier. Tier 9s. Lexington, you can eat their planes for breakfast almost. Jaeger and Benham are going to be a pain in the butt, though.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Benham. As long as I don't int into Torps, I at very least outspot him. So, like, I'm not going to be getting outspotted by a Benham. The HSF Harikaze and the Jaeger particularly are the ones that I'm kind of wary of for that exact reason, because pushing into them is going to be very irritating, to say the least, if I have to do so.
Absolutely. You know, those are all three very, I guess you could say, torpedo-based destroyers, which makes it difficult to go after them. You have one radar to worry about, the Atlanta. That's not so bad, but still, like, can be problematic.
Yeah, especially with Atlantas tend to be pretty close to islands, so they could, if you're not paying a lot of attention and you're not like thinking about like, okay, where could this Atlanta be? He hasn't been spotted in a few minutes. Am I about to round the corner into an Atlanta at 3 kilometers?
Now, Jaeger just got detected, so this turn back north is very risky because he's about to your concealment right about now.
Yeah, right now, like, I'm actually trying to spot him a little bit, because I do have my smoke still, and I have my Cheshire here, who isn't in a division with me. My goal right now is just to spot for this Cheshire and try and ideally kill the Jaeger. It's not going to happen, because it's a Jaeger, but that's the goal, and I'm confident that, like, I have my smoke, I have my heal, I can take a little bit of fire from the Los Andes if I have to.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Spencer over on Kick, hey, thank you for the compliment. I stream Fridays, Sundays, Central Time US, so Chicago time, during the afternoons. So 12 noon till 6 p.m. And then I also stream Monday nights. Tonight is a very special occasion. And I meant to thank Demorian. I didn't thank you earlier. Thank you so much for subbing. That's 3 months with your Twitch Prime sub. I do appreciate you, Demorian. I didn't miss it, but of course we were in so much other conversation. Apologize for missing it, but thank you very much, sir.
The Jaeger ended up turning back north, so at that point I was like, okay, Jaeger's kiting north. He's I'm not going to be able to chase after him, so I just smoked up because I was getting shot at. I was getting shot at by Los Andes secondaries, which I didn't want to have be happening. So I just smoked up and disengaged.
Concentrate fire.
And that's one area that I think a lot of people struggle with when it comes to using the smoke. And Armact, I kind of hit a little bit on your replay just now with the Anchorage, but you know, you can use smoke without even planning on stopping as just a way to block vision and just get the heck out of Dodge.
And what I could have done here is that I could have kind of kept circling around where I had smoked up there. So if the Venom were to try and push back in to try and get torpedoes on the North Carolina, my Cheshire, I could shoot at him again, and then my smoke will still be there, so I can just dip back into the smoke again. But I don't end up doing that because that happened.
Now, Zeka is a bit of a, I guess you could, I don't know your stats, but I would say you're probably super Unicum in this particular ship especially. And I know you're a destroyer.
So.
Yeah. And I know you're a destroyer main. So you are very comfortable with doing what you just said, right? Playing games with your smoke, going back to it and playing games with the enemy destroyer and catching them off guard. For most people, it's a very different experience. And it just takes a while to get to there.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you've got defensive anti-air going. Lexington's planes do detect you for just a moment. You could have turned the guns off, but I'm guessing you just kept it going because of defensive anti-air.
No, I just wanted the fighter kills. I was literally just being greedy. That is it.
Okay. And the reason why that's a risk is, of course, you can be reset and shot at, especially by the rune. But he didn't seem to care so much. He had other things to worry about, so that's fine.
I don't know if you saw it, but I did double check that the rune wasn't facing that way before I did that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't look to see that you looked over, but that makes sense.
Well, I didn't look over, but I asked my divmate in the Cheshire. He was like, yes, the rune guns are pointing at me.
This is why division chat sometimes is very helpful, because you can ask people, you know, who are they shooting at, blah, blah, blah.
And I tried to get a cheeky shot on the Los Andes. Didn't quite get behind the island as soon as I'd have liked, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. Beals a boat. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch, by the way. You are 15,001, which is awesome. So thanks, man. Appreciate you. So between Los Andes and North Carolina, it looked to me like you wanted Los Andes, but you're going to settle for North Carolina. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. The Los Andes was going behind that island there, and the North Carolina guns are not pointing this way. He's sitting flat broadside. His guns aren't pointing at me. No one else has shots. I'm just going to farm.
Gotcha.
Or that's going to happen. Never mind.
Yep, that can absolutely happen. Web news changing lights to yellow. Nice. So I was gonna say something to chat. I forgot we need to yeet out a code for you guys. We'll do that after this replay is done. So chat, don't let me forget, okay? As a way to celebrate hitting 15,000. All right, so now you're gonna go into B. I like the idea of just forgetting about Los Andes.
Yeah, I was talking to talking to my div mate here, and he was telling me, like, I was asking him, do you need help with the Los Andes? Because what I was thinking the Los Andes was gonna do is either gonna sit on that island where he was, or is going to push into B and sit in like the big island on that, and I could possibly try and torp rush him. But my div mate said, no, I'm farming him. There's an Oster Jutland here. We should be able to handle it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna go to B.
Yeah, normally you're better suited just getting the thing dead and securing the flank and then moving on. But if your Cheshire says, I want to farm, let him farm. He's got a super heal for a reason.
Yep. Yeah,
My watch is telling me to take him
he got spotted there for a split second.
Yeah. And he smoked up.
So what I'm kind of looking at right here is I'm debating on just straight up running at him. But then the Venom pops up. There's also a Yars
Dutch.
Yeah, however the hell that's pronounced, I cannot. pronounce Dutch names for the life of me, but
I
there
can't
was that
either. I
thing
just take a
there.
guess. And there's the Atlanta too, who's about to kill your Jaeger. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Unfortunate.
I don't know that I would just charge, but
There's also a Picardi walking in here.
so you basically have to get the cap and get out,
Yeah.
and just like turn south immediately and hope the Atlanta's radar is down.
It is down because he just used it to kill the Jaeger.
Fair enough. Christian, thanks for the Twitch sub at tier 1 there. 2 months. Thank you very much. And you got torpedoes on the Picardy, 2 of them. Wow.
All stations reporting the position.
I would have liked more, but whatever.
Inquisitor, yeah, you always want more. I saw your comments about that. That is really interesting that they're the only U.S. Navy ship that can field or fly the Jolly Roger. Yeah, maybe the kid did. I don't know. But anyway, Christian, thank you again. Anchors Away subscribers. Christian with 2 months. It is Christian, right? With 2 months of subscription, you're not a crewmate. Not just a crewmate, you're part of the fleet's backbone. Your support keeps our ship sailing smoothly. Let's dance through the waves of World of Warships with those Chaos Machines dancing moves. Let's go. I am right. Okay, cool. I always have to take a guess because you just never quite know. And guys, I will say this: if you've been on Chaos's streams, you know how amazing that community contributor is. I got to meet him in real life, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. Let's just say that. Oof, this is very risky because there's an Atlanta right there.
Yeah, that was I was being not smart. That is really all I can say. Is what I was banking on is the Atlanta's not going to want to push out in front of a Scharnhorst, and I think that's a Colorado right there. I can't see it's like over the
It's a Colorado
map. There's 2 battleships right there, and I'm hedging my bets the Atlanta's not going to push out into them. The Tirpitz on my team was in B, like against the big island. They're opposite of those other 2 battleships, so the enemy destroyers aren't going to want to get near that. So what I was thinking was he was going to want, those destroyers were going to want to go through that channel in between the Atlanta island and where that smoke is. And I was hoping that the Atlanta was going to be pinned behind the island, not able to help them, and then I can kill one or both of them. That was the plan.
Chat, how many of you have this kind of thought process when you play this game? Because, like, to me, you're playing some serious 4D chess, what you just said there. Like, it makes sense. And, you know, I probably instinctively do it as well, but not to the specific way that you just described it.
Well, it's like the actual plan, like in the like when I was playing the game, wasn't that in depth. It was, like I thought about like, okay, block the Atlanta line of fire. Is that blocked? Then press W. That was basically it.
Yeah.
It's a lot
'cause she's your
easier
big
to
threat.
explain it in detail, like in post like this.
Torpedoes direct front.
And that's fine. Your only thought is Unga Bunga. And Puddin', I love your comment too. The reason I'm bringing that up is because a lot of people, when they see like Unicum players, Super Unicum players, you know, when they see their replays, when they stream the battle and they watch them live, that kind of stuff. And I'm a victim of this myself. They think, oh, this player makes it look so easy. And to people that are really good at the game and have a lot of experience, yeah, it's easy. But what you just said kind of helps to identify how difficult this can be.
Smoke generator started.
There's your smoking, baiting him to shoot you.
Yep. He's also being spotted by was being spotted by carrier planes as well. And there's but one of the main reason I smoked up right there is because the Jarsfeld poked out, and both the Venom and the Herakazi were all shooting at me. So I saw that, I was like, nope, I'm not trading that. So I just smoked up. I'm not going to get as much damage as I'd have liked to on either of those destroyers, but it is what it is.
Hey, living is the most important thing. And I want to highlight too, if you guys didn't catch it, Zeka continued to move forward in his smoke. most players, especially American destroyer players, they learn this really bad habit of hitting the smoke and then hitting the S key like 5 times to start reversing, and then they never touch throttle again, or they just come to a complete stop. And it is so much more important to continue moving at 1/4 throttle if you can, because it gives you the momentum, it gives you the ability to dodge stuff as it comes by. You saw him dodging the 2 torpedo salvos plus the 3rd later. You could have done that if you had just completely stopped. What's up, 2-3PO?
You know, a lot of destroyer players also will fire torpedoes like we just described at where you were at the moment you smoked up. And there'll also be a lot of blind fire coming in on that position as well.
Yes.
So that you saw, like when I blind shot the Harikaze out of his smoke a little bit, that was exactly how, because he stopped in his smoke. To be completely fair to him, I think his engine was knocked out, but still.
You also have mini smokes during the game. That's true. You do, Puddin. I gotta shout you out too. Not only dodge torp salves, but also, yes, the Arvisvald's airstrike. That's right. I forgot about that. Good catch. You're welcome for the loud whisper. Give me a pizza and I'm a destroyer.
Here we are just playing chicken with a Venom.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be doing.
Potentially in front of an Atlanta and whatever else that is, so could be bad.
Well, okay, so there's the radar. Now, Yarsveld can Dutch oven you, so you gotta have your guns ready for him. Looks to me like he's gonna come out and try to... Oh, radar ended. That's good for you.
That was honestly surprising. I think the Atlanta was having a thing that we call darn horse problems, so his attention was on that.
Right, right. But he used the radar, and it didn't last long enough for that Yarsveld to pop out and start shooting at you.
Yeah, and I did use the Venom smoke right there to get a couple of cheeky shots on the Yarsveld there, because that smoke is blocking line of sight.
Right, right. And that was a really good use of that smoke, too. Something else that a lot of super unicoms are really good at is utilizing the smoke to block vision from even behind it.
Even if it's not yours. Right here, I'm thinking that the Poltava is going to press W and try and round the corner and one-shot the darn horse. So that's what those torpedoes that I just launched were launched like kind of into the island where that Scharnhorst is, with the idea that the Poltava was going to do that. And of course, as soon as I launched, he was spotted again going the complete opposite way. So rip that idea, but whatever.
Yep.
He died
surprised he
in
didn't...
the end, so.
I'm surprised you didn't use your defensive anti-air right away, but you were probably a little focused on that battleship instead.
I was not looking at that.
Fair.
No, I didn't use it here because it's not a full squad. And
No, there. Yeah, I would say if he put down a plane, then I could see the argument for using it, right? Just, oh, he's right there.
Yeah, if he dropped like a fighter on me, I absolutely would have used it. But it was an incomplete squad, and I was like, whatever. I have enough
330.
health. It's not a full squad. I can take the hit. I still have a heal. It'll be whatever.
Yep, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, less than now, to the end if it doesn't end sooner. There's a replay bug for those of you guys looking at the score saying, wait a minute, he's losing. It's a replay bug. Sometimes it'll put the points on the wrong team. It's been in the game for 6 months now, I think.
Everyone's favorite replay bug.
Yeah, I like the use of AP on the rear there on the stern. You know that you'll pen or overpen that lower armor scheme, so
Yep.
makes sense.
I'm just bagging me a carrier.
Now, honestly, you kind of wish you were on the other side of him so he would launch the planes right into you so you could just kill them, but whatever. Who cares? You gotta kill the carrier, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Definitely
I think
defensive
that,
anti-air now.
Like, I didn't notice it during the actual game, but it turned out that Gneisenau that's like 15-something kilometers away was actually shooting at me instead of like the negative health Inject right there.
Oh, jeez.
Because reasons.
That's wild. Oh, well.
Yep, there went the shells right there.
Yeah. Well, hell of a game. Almost 3,000 base XP. Not a bad battle at all. 4
Yep.
kills. Now, this is an alt account. Do you have any goals other than to troll people? You can actually use it for stuff, or?
Eventually, it's going to become just another account. I'm gonna have like
Okay.
a bunch of tier 10s. I'm working on the gearing line right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna get daring eventually after the gearing. Yu Yang, Gdansk. All of these are ships that I'm eventually going to get. But for right now, while the game count is still low, I'm just trying to troll people.
Okay.
And Kid is also serving a slightly secondary purpose. Being a premium ship, it does have improved economy. So being a new, like, starting account, that does help a lot. Because I can
Especially for
retrain
credits.
captains on it. When I think during this exact game, I was retraining the captain for from Nicholas onto the Farragut. So, that saves me a little bit of elite XP. Every little bit helps when you're starting out.
Oh,
And
absolutely,
of
yes.
course, Kid being a ship that I play a lot of and am very good at, that also serves to kind of skyrocket that even more.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a shout out for Puddin'. 2-3PO, if that just happened, that is horrifying, but I hope as good of a result of that as possible comes out of it. Chat, one other question we usually ask is, if you have any ideas for a title for this replay, by all means, share it. And, of course, Zeka, if you've got some ideas, feel free to. Should this make it out to YouTube, what would we call it?
I don't know about a title off the top of my head, but the main reason that I sent this particular replay in is because I think it really shows what the Kid is really, really good at, which is surviving extremely dangerous encounters.
Ah, okay.
Like in BCAP with the Yarsfeld and the Herakazi and the Benham twice, actually. That situation that I was describing with the Atlanta as well, the initial Jaeger encounter in front of a Los Andes, all of these things are things that I would probably not even have thought about attempting had I been like a normal Fletcher or like even a Cossack that doesn't have the heal to come back from making those kinds of trades.
Okay. Fair. Pirate King? Kidding around? I was thinking like no kidding, but yeah. Okay. What do you think of those, Zeka? I have survival, no kidding, Pirate King.
Danger alert? I don't know.
Okay.
Any of those are fine.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, in that case, time to bid adieu, sir, because we took a look at your replay. There's not much to talk about in there other than just how crazy you're, like, circling around, going all over the place.
I mean, you could call it that if you want, just circles. That's always an option. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to let this play out, and then we'll move on to the next replay. But as always, thank you very much for your support of the channel.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I said with some it sounded like I hesitated.
I know, I was going to say, it sounded like you're like,
I'm not good at formalities.
That's all good. It's all good.
Oh, here's another option: kill the carrier. That's always a good one.
Right. All right. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our next game then. So it looks like Stream Raiders is ready too. I'm gonna go to the be right back screen. We'll do a little bit more words on stream, and I gotta yeet out another code. Hey, Ronan. I haven't messed with bitrate today because I got raided by Wargaming. I didn't want to have everybody raid on into potential, stream that looked like crap. So we'll mess with it maybe on on Friday's stream. But Cremoa with the film projectionist. Cremoa, one of the people that have been around the longest. Long time sub and all that good stuff. So thank you for doing that. We left off at, looks like level 6. And I'm going to run a commercial break while we get set up for the next one. We have a giveaway going in chat right now. This is on Twitch. You have to be in Twitch. You have to be a follower of the channel. We are celebrating hitting 15,000 followers. We just hit that tonight, which is outstanding. Cthulhu, are you ready for your replay? I saw you in stream. And then Tunip, if you are here, I have no idea what replay you redeemed. This is for Blue Bonuses code. So it's great for grinding up any ship line or whatnot. It could be for credits, could get you free XP, Commander XP, or Ship XP. You forgot Wargaming had a stream today. I have forgotten those so much. And guys, I suffer just alongside you when it comes to trying to get drops. That's really difficult for me because oftentimes I'm tuning in over on my rerun channel over here, and I completely forget. And then by the time I remember, there's only like 30 minutes of the stream left, you know? It is what it is. Hold on. Sorry about that, I had a cough. It's nearly midnight, but go ahead. All right. And then I got to figure out what replay... thank you, Lord Inquisitor, because now I can sit down. I got to figure out which replay Tunip submitted. Actually, would anybody be willing to do that for me? Maybe Puddin or somebody? Just take a look at the Discord replay analysis channel and tell me which one Tunip submitted. I think it's Tunip, or is it I don't remember his name. Anyway, Tiger. Loyalty skin chest over on Stream Raiders. For those of you guys who do the Stream Raiders thing, loyalty skin chest, y'all. And hello, Mr. Sock.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. Better that I'm able to be here.
Aw. Day been going all right?
Oh yeah.
For those of you guys not in the know, Mr. Sock is a fellow Super Test coordinator. Let's see. Hydrate, fireworks, yellow, film projectionist, and stand up, sit down. Cool. All right.
I'm one of the fake ones that doesn't really do anything.
Hey, Deeswill. You are not. What is Tunip's... Oh, Cringe Tannis. Okay. Oh, it's an Iparanga game. Okay. Alright, I can do that. That's fine. One Tannis Iparanga. Okay. Put that over here. 2-3PO? Alright, no problem. I'll take a look at that in a bit. Oh, I gotta get Stream Raiders going once more for you guys. And we'll render up the Iparanga game. You might notice, guys, I like to make sure chat has something to do all the time. So, yeah. Plenty of games, plenty of things to do. It's about the accident. Okay. Huh. Ouch. Okay. Well, we'll hear about that soon, I'm sure. There was also, I saw some videos of an F-35 that went down too. But it looked like the pilot ejected and stuff. So at least there's that. Tannis, Iparanga. Building browser. Close this one.
The F-35 crash?
Yeah.
So you're
in Alaska.
Hey, one of the super testers used to work at that Air Force Base.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So one of the ones I'm quite close with. I haven't
It's
actually
always...
asked him about it yet, if he knows anything.
It's always interesting who you meet and stuff like that, you know? Lateral. Nice one, profile. Later. Tall could work. Taller could work. Let's try taller. 2-3PO won the bonuses. Congratulations, 2-3PO. Very fitting recipient. Enjoy your blue bonuses code, sir. All right, so I think we're about ready to get into Cthulhu's game, the Tiger. What did you win and how? Check your whispers, your Twitch whispers. 2-3PO, you should have been whispered a code. Oh, 5 points to go, 5 points to go. How about later? How about late? Late? One more point, one more point. Ah, oh well. Oh well. Let's get to the game. That's why we're all here, right? For World of Warship's funness and everything. Chat, I hope you guys are enjoying the replay stream. If you guys ever have any feedback for me, of course, please feel free to share. I've been doing this replay stuff for 6 years now, 7 years, and it's all about helping the player base enjoy the game. What's the code for? Blue boosters. So you get you know, credits, ship XP, commander XP, or free XP. You get those extra percentage, high percentage boosts. Wrong button. Pull the lever, Kronk.
The first one, the first replay analysis.
Yes, my announcement of the replay channel was a Scharnhorst battle. And it was a Scharnhorst battle where I had told somebody something about how to play the Scharnhorst, and then I just happened to have that another replay. It was one of my own battles, and I'm like, I'm going to show you how to do this. And I don't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head I was showing the person, but you know. Whispers are on the top right corner of your screen. At the very top right corner is your account info. If you click that button, right next to it is a little icon, looks like a message window, and that says Whispers if you mouse over it. So hold your mouse cursor over Whispers, and you should see that. You should see Whispers popping up over there on the top right corner. It's basically like DMs and stuff. What a heck of a song playing in the background. Absolutely. Okay. Did I do the replay render? I did. Cthulhu's Tiger game. Cthulhu, I'm sure you're ready to go. Let's get this off of the ground. So you didn't win the prize. 2-3PO won the prize, so the whisper went to him. Although if you want, I can send you a whisper, or I can ask chat to whisper you, and then you could have a lot of whispers. Oh God, I'm gonna cough. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 1 second. Swear, I'm going to turn into Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer over here. I've been blowing my nose. I've been coughing and just hacking up a lung today. Not a lot of fun, let me tell you. I figured it was part of the Dogger Bank missions because why else would you play Tiger? So, this is the Tier 5 British battle cruiser. So part of the St. Vincent line, the Tiger. Very fun ship. Nice guns, comfortable guns. Really quick because it's got an engine boost. And then, of course, she's got the funny torp. So
people sleep on the low tiers in that line for real.
They really do. And honestly, I would say this is almost more toxic at Tier 5, like tier for tier, than the St. Vincent at Tier 10. You know?
Yeah, especially if you like the low tiers, the battleships are so good because they're so fast, and if you know how to use that speed and not die, they can be really good. Yeah.
So not so good for newer players, but for players that are very comfortable with the ship. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, the Dogger Bank stuff, you've got the Tiger at Tier 5, and then you've got the Germans, the two different German ones, right? I'm trying to remember, Der Flinger was one. And I don't remember what the third Tier 5 ship was, but basically you had 3 different missions. You had to get potential damage, you had to do damage, and then you had to win a certain number of games, if I remember right. The Moldkey Tier 4, thank you. I did this predominantly with Der Flinger because of the better armor scheme, especially for the part with getting potential damage. And then I switched to Tiger for doing damage and winning battles. And I just did kill 4 ships with third. Thank you. I just did it in co-op, frankly. I didn't care. Speed is the main thing that makes Congo good. Yes, absolutely. 30 knots at tier 5 is wild. As long as you're not sitting in the back playing, you know, fire long-range commander, you're fine. So anyway, let's get into Cthulhu's build. This is, like we said, a co-op game focused on... which part of the missions were you on for this Cthulhu? So he's gone with main armaments mod 1, engine room protection, and aiming systems mod 1. You could probably do better off with the damage control. I doubt that you're going to want to put engine boost on because you're probably not going to play this ship a ton, like you said. Oh, it's randoms. Okay, I saw bots, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I don't know that you're going to lose your engines that often in this ship. But, okay. And then aiming systems makes sense. And then you've got a 3-point standard captain. So basically just threw anybody you had laying around. And thanks for the lurk, Chew, 3PO. You've gone with gunfeeder and grease the gears. So you're thinking this is an American special captain like a doe? The only reason I bring that up is I think at one point... Yeah, at one point you could get away with gunfeeder because you probably want to switch between AP and HE quite a bit. And then for the 2-point skill, yeah, you could do grease the gears. You know me, I'm a big fan of priority target. Vigilance is also very handy at tier 5, especially if you get pulled into a tier 7 game. Against bots, you don't trust your engine and rudder to stay intact. That's true, you don't have last stand. So, fair enough. Tier 5 battleships lose their engines a lot more than you would think when torpedoes get involved. This is true. This is true. Okay, fair. Perfect. I always talk about when you build ships, you build it based off of your experience, and other people can share their experience, but ultimately, you're the one who has to make the decision. So turret traverse is fine at tier 5 because turrets are pretty glacial typically. So getting those sped up is helpful. You could even see the argument for doing main battery here to just make your turrets like super fast and speedy. But okay. And like you said, you were just doing the missions. You don't care to do a whole lot. You're not grinding the ship or anything like that. So because of that different use case, whatever, you're just going to go in and have fun and yeet yourself in. So let's do that. Let's take a look at this battle, huh? Come on, game. There we go. Let's see. So, tier 5 and 4 game. Congratulations there. Yeah, I saw bots. For those of you guys who don't know, at tier 5 and 4, and technically the low tiers too, lower ones than that, you get a lot of bots that fill teams in. So if you're ever working on missions and you want like easy damage, easy ribbons, whatever, consider doing a low tier game, like a tier 5, because usually missions go down as low as tier 5. And then you get bots, and then you can go and Citadel bot cruisers and stuff like that, you know, if you have a Citadel mission.
When I was farming PR, when I still cared about that, I would play tier 1 at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, God. Tier 4
You'd get
and
like
below
5 or 6
bots.
minute queue times, but you'd usually only get one other player.
Yeah. And we did a charity event last spring. I don't know if we're going to do it this spring. Haven't had a chance to talk to people about it. Hey, you see one. But the event was literally a race. We all started with brand new accounts, and we tried to race to tier 10. And chat could donate to slow us down and force us to do different lines and stuff. It was freaking hilarious, the number of times that we like seal clubbed at tier 2 and 3 and 4. It was fun at the start. We called it clubbing for charity because of that. And then we kind of got tired of it, so we just kind of made a rule. All right, we're going to start back at the tier 5. Randoms are just 1v1 who can pillage the other guy's bots first. Oh, yeah, or who can assassinate the enemy human first and then pillage the bots. Tier 1 is the most balanced tier in the game. One of the wildest experiences I've ever had as a super tester is, you know, when new lines come out, you oftentimes have to go all the way down to tier 1 to play games in the tier 1. And you would find people who have played, I kid you not, like 8,000 battles in one particular tier 1 account, or one tier 1 ship. Nice hit there on the Marlboro, or Marblehead. Yeah, yeah, exactly. When you start that new account, and because you get the protected matchmaking until you get to tier 5, I think it is, you can just, yeah.
Yeah, isn't it like tier 5 or 200 games or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a certain battle count or the tier, right. Which is a bit of a trick because when new players use like accounts and stuff, like you know, referral links and whatnot, sometimes they get like a free tier 6 premium ship, like a Warspite. So you get that new ship, you take it in battle to see it because it's a shiny new ship, and all of a sudden your protected matchmaking is gone. And you just get wrecked, which is unfortunate. Tier 1 has no special gimmicks, that's right. That's why I often say, I want to see a King of the Sea at tier 1. And I'm not joking when I say that. I want to see a King of the Sea at tier 1.
On Ocean.
Team has taken the lead.
On any map. Yeah. How about armor test? DJ Yuwana, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. We're just doing some replay analysis right now. We're looking at Cthulhu's game earlier. We're spending a lot of time broadside to things. But I understand you're trying to
get away with that at this tier, though.
Yeah, yeah, but I find bot battleships, like, they hurt. Like, they've got this magic ability to find your citadel, even at, like, extreme range. And that's a human, so yeah, go ahead and broadside him. Call you DJ? Sure. And you are most welcome for the welcome. You're always welcome here. Welcome on in. DJ, you a World of Warships player? Ooh, look at you. Single fire torping. This is what we call the funny torp. So for the longest time, players went to World of Warships, Wargaming, and said, why are there no battleships with underwater torpedo launchers? Because that was actually a thing. Just before Christmas. Got it, and you're still playing. Sucker. No, I'm kidding. That's awesome. Congratulations. I hope you're enjoying the game. Yeah, you can, well, conga torps, yes. You can call them that. I usually call the torps from, like the British cruisers and British destroyers conga torps, right? Because you have like 5 to 10 of them you put in one line together. So we call these funny torps because it's just one torp hit and... Yes, the Erie with the 6-inch guns at tier 6 is ridiculous. I actually won a contest from iChase. I used to run these contests called Monday Rules. I won a lot of them. And I won one of the contests by playing an Erie at tier 1. I figured, yeah, in case the Mutsuki came out.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
you know,
a blast from the past.
It is. I've met him in person 3 times. 3 times, I want to say. And very interesting dude. AP on the New York, nice. You know, it's crazy coming from Zeka's replay and the kid to this, just how much more relaxing this battle is. You know, it's just slower paced. You can sip a coffee between your shells. You know, like, you're all right. What is this New York doing? There's a lot of players, Darlith. That's a good point. Being new, sure. I mean, I'm not looking up his stats, so I don't know if he's new or not. But sure, you can make the assumption, I suppose. I don't know where I was going. Never mind. Oh, Darlith's comment. Yeah, a lot of people don't really understand the game, and one of the challenges is trying to correct those players that don't understand the game in a way that doesn't make them feel like you are, you know, talking down to them, right? That's a tough one.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah, he should have done, but it's in New York. Frankly, I did not enjoy the New York when I grounded. I was not a fan. The Wyoming I was actually okay with, believe it or not. But New York and I just did not click at all, ever. The dispersion was terrible, and her armor scheme is so bad. She just eats damage. You know. Huge number of tier 8 ships had torps that could one-shot. One of the first mods that I ran in this game was one that warned you if a ship had torpedo capabilities, because of just how important it is to know, you know. Oh, that's a good hit from the New York. He should have waited a little bit longer, but I don't know he was expecting you to turn around. I like your use of engine boost here.
You know, those kind of mods are gonna get and are getting more and more useful because there's just so many ships in the game now. It
People
takes
always
so
say
long to memorize all of the stuff when you're a new player.
Now, one thing I will say about this Cthulhu is usually when you go chase a ship that's off in the corner, you're taking yourself out of the battle a lot. Okay, go lay down, Chew3PO. Take care. For those of you guys who don't know, Chew3PO suffers from some illnesses. He does have a lot of pain. So, yeah, go lie down, dude. We will be here for you. We'll keep the light on, okay? At this point, it's probably okay. I was taking a look at the match numbers up top, and you're up a couple of ships, but that could change pretty quick. And if you chase this guy all the way to the corner of the map, you could find yourself chasing the enemy team and trying to catch up. Yeah, for me it was Wyoming, and then at tier 6 the New Mexico. I really liked the New Mexico. And then a lot of people hated it. I loved Colorado. Loved Colorado. And I'm talking about the OG Colorado. I'm not talking about the one that's been buffed 3 times. I'm talking about the original Colorado, guys.
Yeah, I thought Colorado was pretty good, too. See, I didn't vibe with New Mexico. But New York really worked for me. And same thing with Wyoming and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to battleships, you're either a shotgun enjoyer or you're a sniper enjoyer, right? Shotguns are going to be your Wyoming, your New York, your New Mexico, and then your snipers are going to be, you know, your Colorado, North Carolina, Iowa, and Montana. You have a hate-hate relationship with New Mex? Yeesh. I called it the Lolorado. It was one of my favorite ships because it had such a good, like, tight turning circle that you could just make it dance. Oh, I remember the Fuso A-hull. I do.
Oh, yeah,
I remember the
World War
Miyogi
I
A-hull
hull.
too.
You
For
know,
those of you
I was
guys who don't
thinking
know.
about that the other day, and that they should really bring those back for the ships that had them. Congo had one too, didn't it?
Congo, Miyogi, Kawachi, basically all the Tech Tree ships, Magi, Zumo, they all had an A-hull that was removed. Wargaming did just an overall rebalance and then got rid of the A-hulls. Some of the A-hulls do exist in this game still. An example of that is the Tier 7 Japanese battleship. I'm losing it now. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Are you thinking of Nagato?
No. Premium.
Oh,
Not the Nagato.
crap. I know,
But it's an
Mutsu is technically a hull Nagato, but it's at tier 6.
Right. The Mutsu is that Ashitaka is the one I was thinking. Thank you. Ashitaka is
Right, Ashitaka is Amagi.
yes, A-hull. Yep. So for those of you who weren't lucky enough to play this game at release, the Fuso specifically at tier 6 had 13-kilometer range with his main guns. 13 kilometer. And her concealment was something like 25 kilometers. So basically, you're just running around the whole time being shot at without the ability to shoot back at anybody, praying that you catch up to somebody before you get burned down and dead. A lot of fun. Solo warrior time for the Kaiser. Commercial break. So what Wargaming did with a lot of those A-hulls is that they put those on lower tier premium ships than the standard.
I would love to see a tier 5 premium Fuso with the A-hull. That would be sick.
Yeah, you could call it a Fuso 24. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, like in the 20s. Yeah.
Did Fuso have any? So Fuso didn't have any. Or, no, Fuso did have a sister ship.
Fuso had Yamashiro as a sister ship.
Yeah. Okay. You can
Yeah,
do
Mashiro
something like that.
was destroyed at the Battle of Surigao Strait. And I think Fuso was too. 2-3PO, go lie down. You said you were lying down. Rest. We're here. Don't worry. So, Cthulhu, I don't mean any disrespect by ignoring your gameplay, but once you got into this fight, the little duel with the New York, there wasn't a whole lot for us to comment on with your battle. If you have any questions, specifically with this replay that you would like me to comment on, by all means, feel free to share that in the chat. Cthulhu is one of my first supporters of the channel. When I first started the Rerun channel, and I said, ladies and gentlemen, send me your replays. I had like 5. And Cthulhu was one of the people that sent them, and he was okay, asking for help. I had a feeling that's the reason why. What you can do with a lower tier ship with only a 3-point commander. Yeah, you came in 3rd place, and not by that much of a margin. So, overall, good game. I still think you would have been better suited to not chase the New York. You have to be careful not to give that New York broadside, of course. But, you just turn away from him and sail to the other ships, the other enemy ships. Let the New York come back to you, and then you can just turn around and fight him when he's, let him waste the time chasing you. You know what I mean? Yeah, chasing damage, sure. In this game, you weren't punished for that. In the game before, where you were hunting the the sub with your Nusushimi, now you weren't hunting damage for that one, of course, you were chasing the sub, but still, you got punished pretty hard for that with a lot of missed opportunity. I know, right? Seriously, C1. But the New York was all the way, like, you'll watch it on the render here. He goes all the way to, like, A1. That's how Steak is done. And then he just, like, dies. So, that happened. So, chat, title for Tiger, if you have one. Please share. Slow roll. Ooh, there we go. Slow roll. We could do slow roll. Hoodie tat? I usually try to come up with a title that, like, is partly like YouTube bait, but Tiger King. How about King Tiger? Because then it's kind of like a play on words, right? Because of the Tiger tank. We're hunting armored meat bags. There you go. Armored meat bag. That'll get clicks. Thundercat 59. Tiger King riffs on... I have never heard of this reality show, Cthulhu, but okay. If you'd rather do Tiger King... Yeah, look at the New York. Look at him. He's all the way on... Like, here, I would have just turned around. I would have turned around and gone after the Courbet and... What is that? Congo? Kaiser. I would have focused on those. Yeah, King Tiger is a tank reference, which, Yes, I thought I'd put it... That's right. Okay, so Tiger King. So we have Pirate King from the last replay, and now we have Tiger King from this one. Okay. New York was committed to one thing, and one thing only, getting to the corner. But see, now, you're stuck spending the rest of the time, like... Fortunately for you, the Kaiser came back so you could shoot him, but, if he didn't, if he went on to D, then you would just be sitting there like, oh, well, now what? Well, chat, we got one more replay for tonight, I think. Yeah, we should be able to get one more in. That'll be the Ipiranga. So, Cthulhu, as always, thank you very much, sir, for supporting the channel and hanging out. And it's been really fun watching you grow over the past, 6 years as a player. Like, seriously, you should have seen some of Cthulhu's original replays and where he was to where he is now. Huge difference. So I'm glad that I got to be a part of that. Apologies, guys. I had a cough just now. You cringe? Well, right, but I mean, the thing is, you have to have those crappy games in order to have those really good games too. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just log in, play the game, and boom, you're top scoreboard, and massive PR, blah, 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 you know? All right, chat, we're going to get our last replay ready to go. I'm going to run a commercial break while I'm doing that. Don't worry, I won't start the replay while you guys are gone. Of course, you can always tune in over on the YouTubes if you'd like. And during the commercial break, if you want to have words on stream up on a separate window, there's the link right there in chat. Okay? Does Aegir have a special permanent camo like Siegfried does in Nordic? I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think so. I thought to it making it red. Okay, I need to go to Iparanga. And I'll let Tanis know he's up. And then after this replay is... Oh, never mind. Everyone's in commercial break. After this replay, you guys get to vote. You get to vote. Well, you'll vote once. Let me tell you a tale. On my third day in this game, you got a Kraken High Caliber Confederate in your Black Swan. You're so proud till you realized every other ship in that random battle had been a bot. Who cares? You still got it. Mobility is the big word. Bam. You know, you still got the achievements. Who cares? My first solo warrior was in the Tier 3 Koenig Albert. And I got it on the day that the British light cruiser line was released. If you know anything about the British light cruisers, they can only fire AP. Yeah, they did nothing to me. I ended up getting Solo Warrior along with 9 achievements in that game, 9 kills as well. And 2 of those achievements were diehards. Because the poor Weymouths got so frustrated, they rammed me. Like, they chased me and they rammed me from the rear, so they did, like, no damage, and I just healed it back up again. God, that was fun. That was great. In that particular game, there was a seal clubbing Tier 2 Umikaze who got really frustrated when I killed him. And the reason I killed him, of course, was because I knew if I had killed him, I can just go have my way with all of the British light cruisers. And boy, did I have my way with them. I think that replay, I think that game, I know I recorded it. I think it might be on my YouTube channel. Let me take a look. Yes. So if anybody wants to see one of the funniest games ever... Alright, no worries. Take care, Cthulhu. There's the link right there. Take a look. Your best is 7 in the Iowa. That's pretty respectable for an Iowa, though. Yeah, you're welcome, Cthulhu. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, like... it kind of shows why when Wargaming does line releases now, they do the early access, because it really does kind of filter out the matchmaker. Iparanga. Alright. So, I got my screenshot. We're about ready to go. Fiance. Oh, nice. Oh my god. My god, I'm at the stage where, like, I'm gonna gross you guys out, but I'm like coughing up like chunks. It's good times. All right, loyalty skin chest streamers, and then we'll get started in a moment. Caffeine? Maybe try caffeine. CAF. No. Blowing chunks. Campbell soup throw up. No. No, I wasn't throwing up. I'm just coughing. Coughing a lot. Let's see here. I guess I'll go with archers. Archers are fun. There. Finance. There it is. I think I slept 3 hours last night. 3 hours last night. Like I said at the top of the stream, I was not planning on streaming tonight. And then I found out Wargaming wanted to raid me. So I'm like, well, if you can't find anyone, I shall do it. Because I'm a team player, guys. And thanks to that, we hit 15,000 followers. We're hanging out with all you fine people. I don't mind being sick. It's all right. You guys, for those of you that don't know, I always talk about this. To me, streaming is relaxing. It's a lot of work, but it's also very relaxing. I love doing it. I love hanging out with you guys. I love, using opportunities to show people the game that I love. So when I was asked, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Here we are. And thank all
Did you get sick a
316
lot
of
in
you
your teaching days?
for hanging out. I would get sick. So I used to, when I taught, I biked to school every day. I biked to work. So I would get sick, yes, but it would only be for allergies. Like I would get sick on the way into school, like in the fall. I had really bad fall allergies. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. I know my body enough to know that that's what I'm dealing with. And as long as I got to Claritin D early enough, I was able to, take care of it. My problem was this week I had a blood test, for physical, and I was worried that having Claritin D in my system would impact the blood test. So I purposely suffered without it, and boy did I suffer. So Friday I knew Friday I was starting to feel kind of blah. Sunday I could tell it was, oh Lord, it's coming, you know what I mean? Monday night, my head, when you're sick and you just your head, you can't think, like that was Monday night. So it was great playing Dynasty Warriors Origins and Manor Lords with people. I really enjoyed showing those games off because I love both of those. And then tonight, like I said, I wasn't expecting to stream, but at the same time, I don't want to make them, being Wargaming, do extra work trying to find somebody to raid and stuff. I figured it's best to just get things going. You're so thankful you don't have... Yeah, geez. I didn't, as a kid, didn't have allergies, and then it got real bad. You're sick all the time because of low IQ? Okay. You're going to... You don't need to worry about it, Thutwit. So when you've done your redemptions, it stays in my reward redemption queue. So, for example, I can get rid of the tiger game. So, for example, I see we've got Kuntz with a K, Chicken Puncher, Never Gonna Give You Up, Wanna Be a Banana Farmer. Wanna Be Banana Farmer as the villagers. For those of you guys who don't know, when we play Manor Lords, we will rename people based off what chat wants. And so we have Sea Raptor in it, we have Amaranth in it, we have a few other ones. I don't remember their names off the top of my head. I did play that game a little bit last night when I couldn't sleep for an hour. Got into my first combat. I'm sad to say somebody did die, but it was not one of the named villagers, so it's okay. Sea Raptor did not die. Yet. Okay, shall we? No, we did not do Civ this week. Raptor had just gotten back from his vacation, and so he wasn't in position to stream and play. And I think Kitten and Vicey's couldn't either. So I said, well, I'm going to stream because I want to, because I love doing it. I love hanging out with you guys. And so we just played Dynasty Warriors Origins, and we played Manor Lords. I got Dynasty Warriors for free, so I wanted to, try it out for review purposes, of course. And then Manor Lords, I love that game, so I didn't mind playing it. I wanted to check it out after the new patch had dropped, So, T-Rex Recovery, yes indeedy. Hopefully we can do Civ next week, because the release of Civ 7 is coming soon. And so far, I don't think any of us have actually bought it. I was asking the group about this. None of us have bought the game yet. I don't know if we're going to. It'll be interesting, because I have a strong suspicion that Civ 7 is going to be complete garbage at the start. I hope it's not. But I've got this distinct feeling that the wait-and-see approach, especially considering the game is $70, is the right approach. I need to blow my nose again. Give me 1 second. I had such a crazy loogie earlier today. I took a picture of it before my wife took the garbage can away. So do you think Civ 7 will be bad until a couple expansions like last few? Civ 6 is probably the only game in recent memory that wasn't crap at beginning. At release. Civ 6 actually felt like it was a game that was like fully playable, fully fleshed out, enjoyable, ran fine without glitches and bugs. There were a few, but... yeah, Foosbro Dot. My concern when I see reviews like that is that I don't know that they are honest reviews. I'd like to believe that they are, but most of the ones saying stuff like that are the Civ 7, like, real big name streamers and stuff, who all got flown out to 2K or Firaxis headquarters for a gathering. And, of course, you're never told, don't, you're never told, like, don't say anything bad about this game. Like, Wargaming never tells me as a community contributor, please don't ever say anything negative about warships. They get it. I'm a player just like you guys. Get a powerful wind gust? Nice. But, like, I know myself, Sohn, and so many others, when we came back from that CC Summit, we had a renewed passion for the game. Like, my passion has always been there, but I saw a big, I don't know if you guys saw it, I saw a big change in passion amongst, especially Sohn and a few other CCs. That's not a bad thing, but, it just, I sadly, being an influencer myself, I've learned to take what other people say with a massive grain of salt. Massive grain of salt. That's why when I do review stuff, like, I don't do ship reviews like I used to, and that was only because I had a free ship that I could give away. You know what I mean? But now that I don't have Wargaming stopped that program, to me, there's no incentive to review a ship that, whatever. I mean, I could, but, when I do my reviews, I always talk about the ship, what I think of the characteristics, and then I just take it into a random battle. I don't play it a whole bunch and then cherry pick, a replay that showcases the strengths and weaknesses. I just play a game. Because that's what you guys are going to do, right? If you go and you buy a premium ship, you're just going to go play a game. And maybe you'll have it built, maybe you won't. So, I hate to say it, but I feel like these days, when it comes to content creation, sadly, videos that are long form, that are just raw. Here it is, unscripted, uncut, no transitions. And I'm not telling you what to think. Those kinds of reviews, people don't click on those. They go to the one where somebody will tell you what to think in 30 seconds or less. Which is all right, but I don't know. Speaking of which, I forgot to do it tonight. I was going to do... Chat, would you guys like me to do... I did the short before. I did coal ships in the armory, and it was literally broken into two different shorts. Like, one for all the tier 9s, and then one for, like, everything below tier 9. If you guys want me to do that for a certain resource, I can do that before the stream ends. I meant to do that earlier tonight. Actually, I meant to do it Friday, but I don't mind doing that. If you guys have a resource you want me, like, literally just a yes or no, like, buy it, don't buy it, you know what I mean? All uncut, unedited videos, you press start record and end record. That's it. Yeah. And, that's what my channel is too over on YouTube. And frankly, I feel like it suffered quite a bit because I was lazy and just did that. So it is what it is. I've been talking a long time. You guys have been sitting a long time, being very patient, and thank you for your patience. I think it's time to get to the Iparanga game. So this is going to be Cringe Tanis, who we found randomly one day. He just kind of walked on into the stream, and he's been a fun character. Research points? All right. Remind me, Murug. And so, we've played games with him. We've helped him grind a lot of his tier 7 ships up. He's a relatively newer player, although I learned today he took a break. So in this game, he's playing the tier 8 Iparanga. The Iparanga is part of the busted, broken, crazy, however you want to call it, Libertad line at tier 10. These ships are well known for insane secondaries. I mean, their main batteries are okay. They're not, not anything to sneeze at. But the big thing for them, because they're British, the big thing for them, though, is the secondaries. They've got 6-inch guns. That's right, 6-inch secondaries, and then they've got 5-inch secondaries. These things, you can get out to a very comfortable range. And then they also have this funny button. I don't know if I can show it to you in game. It's probably in here somewhere. Zeka, do you know? It's got these combat instructions, whatever. Here, special ability, where for 30 seconds, where is it? Secondary battery, reload time, damage, and firing range is increased. So with this, Your secondaries get out to, where is it? Almost 14 kilometers, guys. 14 kilometers. I'm sure 3PO. I mean, that sounds like a horrible disaster, so I really do hope, I hope as many people that can be recovered can be from that incident. So she's a fantastic secondary brawling battleship. These battleships also, other characteristics, they have really good turning circle. Pretty good rudder shift time. I mean, 12 seconds without rudder shift module is almost cruiser levels. Yes, it gets more busted at tier 9, and of course tier 10 is the ultimate bust. If you add on top of it the special commander Lisboa, it's even more so, because Lisboa, if you use combat instructions, that's that fancy thing down here to extend your secondary range, if you use them twice, now you automatically start with 20 combat instructions, which basically means you get a 20% head start on using your special ability again. And then also after 175 main and secondary batteries, you get a buff to your main battery and your secondaries. I also get buffed to torpedo, but you don't have torpedoes. But in any case, Lisboa makes these ships even dirtier. If you don't have Lisboa, get it as soon as you get an opportunity. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, Zeka. Thank you. And in order to use these, I didn't talk about using them. You have to land hits with your main battery or essentially be shot at. You have to get potential damage. So if you are being shot at a lot, your combat instructions, your special ability recharges quicker, which means you can press the fancy F key button, the funny button, and boom, all of a sudden your secondaries do more damage. It's a crazy like cycle of damage that you can get out of these ships. If you haven't started working your way to these ships, you need to. Like seriously, as fast as possible. I have a strong feeling Wargaming is going to nerf these ships, especially the tier 10, Libertad. They're like the Schlieffen line, the battle cruiser line, but they don't have torpedoes. But their secondaries are even more of a threat. I know Zeka. Zeka, we said before during his replay, and I forgot to mention it on stream, is a destroyer main, and he actually sells premium battleships that he gets. Ugh. Anyway. So let's get to Tannis' build. Auxiliary armaments, absolutely. Buff the secondaries. Fire flood reduction. Secondary boost. Damage control is fine. This means you just don't take as much fire and flood damage. Concealment is fine. I do see a lot of people that, some people I should say, that like to do steering gears. Because if you get your rudder shift down even farther with a tighter turning circle, this helps you to bounce a lot of incoming AP and also helps you dodge torpedoes that much easier. Which I mentioned because you have taken Vigilance as your commander skills. This is a 6-point standard captain. And you've gone with preventative maintenance, Vigilance, and long-range secondaries. So, preventative maintenance, great on secondary ships. So this keeps your secondaries alive longer and synergizes so well with auxiliary armaments. So yes, I like this a lot. In tier 2, your second point skill, there's a few options that you have here. You went with Vigilance. Vigilance is fine if you're playing a lot of close quarters games and you're playing ranked, so that's fine. Helps you find torpedoes, and you take less damage if torpedoes hit your torpedo belt. If they hit the bow or stern, that torpedo protection 7% does not apply. So keep that in mind. It also helps with carriers, but this is tier 9 ranked, and there are no carriers or subs allowed. Hey! So, anyway, Vigilance is okay. When I grounded Paranga, I think I went priority target to just get an idea of when I need to back off and disengage. And if I recall, you do not need IFHE. So IFHE is only if you need to penetrate 32 millimeters of armor plating. And with IFHE, you get to 26 millimeters on the 5 inchers. So IFHE is not worth the 50% penalty of fire chance on your secondaries and your main batteries for that matter. You could also go for Grease the Gears to get your main battery turned quicker. That's always an option. Long-range secondaries, great choice. Yeah, start there. From there, I would absolutely go manual secondary battery aiming. That just murderizes destroyers at long range, at max range. It's disgusting. From there, I'd probably go fire prevention expert so that you don't burn down quite as easily. And I'd probably pick up emergency repair so you get 1 extra heal. You don't necessarily need concealment if you're good at using islands to mask your approach. In other words, you kind of leapfrog from one island to the next. So I think I did without concealment expert on my build. You definitely want adrenaline rush, and then here lies the problem. There's only room for one 2-point skill, so you got to make sure you really like vigilance. At the higher tiers, this can absolutely help you dodge torpedoes with Libertad. Really, it's up to you which one you go with. And I know that the recommended build in the build sheet is Brisk, which the problem with Brisk is it kind of encourages you to build in a concealment. So I don't like Brisk on these ships. It's good, it's fun, and I used it myself. But especially without Lisboa has a special enhanced skill here of 2.5% faster ship speed. But remember, you have to be undetected for it to work. Iparanga's got a hole in its armor. Yes, it does. Brisk and... Yeah, see, so the problem is, if you do Brisk, like I'll show you. If you do Brisk, and then you do concealment, now you're giving up emergency repair, or you're giving up fire prevention. And that's... I don't know. To me, it's really hard. You know, that extra heal can come in clutch, or it cannot. These are also American battleships, so you could go for the damage control party. They have American DCP. Yeah, I think the heal is just so much more important. I value the heal so much more. And see, that's the problem. When you do that, now, you could do Brisk without CE too. That's true. You could do that. But I think that the trap is you want to do concealment so that Brisk is active longer, right? I think that's the real trap. But yeah, you could run Brisk without it and get away with it perfectly fine. So the nice thing for Tanis and anybody else, you got plenty of time before you get to 21 points on a new Pan-American battleship. So play the game a lot and then make your determination. But I really do feel like this is how I would do my 3-pointers and 4-pointers and my 1-pointer. My 2-pointer, I'm a sucker for priority target, so I'd probably go priority target. But vigilance is fine. I even see some people doing AA defense and ASW expert, because when there's carriers in there and stuff like that, 40% consumable prep time, 40% consumable prep time for damage control party, and especially for repair party, is damn sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is really sexy. You have to be in a game with carriers or the new Dutch cruisers, but they're new, so you're probably going to see a lot of them. So, I don't know. That's a harder to make work one, but it's more satisfying when it does work. Yeah, some people toss out the ASW planes too, which is kind of fun. You could taunt the enemy and tell them, you know, you blah, 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 blah. Fight me with your depth charges, and maybe they'll listen to you, fire one off at you, and boom, all of a sudden your heal's ready when you need it most. Now, this is a ranked battle. You got to go, Maruk? No worry. Oh, you got Grease the Gears. I see. Grease the Gears. Yeah. And yes, concealment with concealment expert is very close to your secondary range. See, 12.3 right there. But again, the problem is that you're sacrificing so much survivability. Like, especially if you drop fire prevention, it comes down to which do you prefer? What do you value more, the heal and the DCP buff, or the concealment? I don't know. Personally, I don't value concealment as much as I used to, but that's because as a experienced battleship player in games like ranked, I know how to use islands. I'll show you when the game starts, like how I could use islands to approach. For signal flags, you've got the ship HP, you've got fire reduction, fire chance for your secondaries, great. Flooding recovery time, great. Heal booster, secondaries, and then ship consumables. Note that you don't have the speed. Speed is actually really good on Iparanga, to the point where and just the battleship line in general, I might actually drop the fire chance flags now that I think about it. I think I might drop the secondary flags. You do a lot of damage with your secondaries, raw damage anyways. If you drop the secondary, the fire chance, what can you pick up? You can pick up ship speed, and then you can pick up ramming, and ramming would be great. If going with the 5th heal, you'd go Grease the Gears over Vigilance. Yes, because Vigilance helps you to, like, not take damage, right? How do you get that screen? This is a website called WoW's Ship Builder. I'll share that here, and then also share a Google Builds document. There's the link there for both. Hold on, I have to cough. Sorry, guys. My coughing is starting to get worse, but I'll take some Mucinex before going to bed. Indeed, I sacrificed the extra heal. Always a choice. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is you have to give something up. So for me, I'd rather give up concealment. All right, let's get into the game then. Now, I misspoke earlier. This is not Tier 9 ranked. This is Tier 8 ranked, of course. So carriers and subs could be there. I don't know about you guys, but personal opinion, that made getting to silver the safe rank from carriers and subs, because it's only Tier 9, so frustrating. Yeah, that's true as well, Hujam. It is a very flexible line. Dances with squirrels, nice. And I also need to thank Wallramps Sniper71 for the follow earlier. I didn't forget, I saw you follow. Welcome on in, and thank you for the follow, sir. Hope you're enjoying the show. We are now at 15,003 followers, thanks to you and everybody else who followed today, which is awesome. Okay, why is my game not playing? There we go. I have a video, a couple of videos on my YouTube channel about how to do replay controls if you want to get into it. They're okay, but they're long form, and I don't have anything on a easily visible screen, so I get some hate mail for that sometimes. Anyway, straight 8s, because it's ranked. 1 sub, the U190, and no carriers. Okay. Carriers really are probably your biggest threat. Subs are too, but carriers I think more so. You've got a Sturdy, a Z23, well, at least he's got Hydro, a Massachusetts Black, that's a good ship, and a Tirpitz. Not a bad ship either for ranked. And Tannis is just chilling. Anybody know the music that's playing right now? I'll fast forward until you start moving. He could be late load, he could be, distracted, had to go. He rarely is late loading in, so he probably got distracted. Somebody got his attention. Forget looking at the ship. You've got a Benson in your gun range already, dude. Oh, yes, thank you, Zeka. I did not catch it earlier, but that's true. SAP, S-A-P, Semi-Armor Piercing, does do a lot of good damage against these ships. The other way that I found to reliably kill these things is just through fire, like just continuous fire. Very similar to how you take out like Schlieffens and Zetans and Ruprechts. And I find just spamming HE at them is great because you catch them on fire, and then you also break their secondaries, which is what they're there for. It's what the line's all about. Benson in trouble. Imagine if you would have paid attention and actually shot him earlier. That's alright. Got the Lunia. Max range. This is going to be a tough shot, especially since he turned it in. I like the idea of spectating your shells because you're reloading anyway. It's fun to watch, too. Yeah, you can kill all the other ships on the team first and then focus Pan Americans. That's true. My problem with doing that, Hujam, is by the time that happens, the Pan American battleship's already killed 5 of your teammates, and you're by yourself and wondering what happened to your team. Benson spotted again. You need to be looking at the minimap more frequently. Benson has been spotted again, and honestly, that is number 1. You must kill the destroyer and the sub. They provide spotting and capping advantage and smoke, and then they can torpedo stuff. So I'm surprised you let that guy go. Also, you have to be really careful because if you look at the minimap, I'll draw on it here, you are giving a broadside to the Lenin. You need to turn like this, ASA Pizzle. I talked about using islands to cover my approach. So without Concealment Expert, I could go here and then in, and use the island here to block vision. I could do the same thing down here, for example. Or I could use these islands and leapfrog through those too. So those are ways to get around not having your concealment. Okay, I'm seeing some indecision here. I would probably DCP that immediately, given that there's torpedoes right there, but looks like they're going to go underneath you. You got lucky there.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Home cap is looking scuffed, and I think that's partly because it's 2 battleships on that flank, and you're in the middle. You just got smashed by the Lenin, as you do. Okay, Sturdy is using submarine stuff, so you definitely want to ASW it as soon as you can. Forget the battleship. Yes, there you go. He's reversing! Oh my god. No way. Bye. That's wild. What a gift. And then you're about to be able to press your funny button. There you go. Press the funny button now. And just like that, your secondaries reload quicker, they reach farther, and they do more damage. Torps become an Ndidi. I would expect them from the Benson, but the way the Benson's been playing, maybe it's not a big deal. I don't know. Iparanga. Broadside. Hey, Sturgy, how's it going?
Torpedoes to port.
Also, the sub is too close. Yes, the sub is too close to shotgun. He could still cause floods, but yes, he's not really that much of a threat.
American BB experience right there. Flat broadside at 5 kilometers and do absolutely nothing.
And then play the Pan American battleship, be broadside, and get punished hard for it. So, that's why, like, in my personal experience, when I've been playing these ships, if I'm doing anti-Iparanga work, or anti-American, Pan-American battleships, I'll just shoot HE at them, because then I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I would rather...
As these things are, the guns are kind of tragic.
Yeah. I'd rather hit them and do guaranteed damage, or, you know, whatever, you know, start fires and break secondaries, than shoot AP at them and just, like, watch all the shells disappear. Like, there, you got one shatter. What the heck did your gun shatter on? He was that close to you. How'd you get a shatter? There's a shout out in chat for Sturgy Poo. Go check him out if you want. He's a fellow streamer. Not a community contributor. I stress the yet on there. And he does fundraising with Stack Up, like I did. And maybe we can get you. And if we do our event again, we can make that happen. Here's a charity link for Stack Up if anybody wants to know about that. Sturgy, did you sign up this year already? Iparanga can be deleted easily if you aim in the middle, so the shells land around the back turrets. Ah. Lenin showing you broadside is nice. The other part of the Pan American battleship experience, besides shooting at them and not being able to do jack on them, is, I mean, you saw Tanis literally just walking around the middle of the map, willy-nilly, with his, you know, changing the rudder just ever so slightly, and it completely threw off the Benson's torpedoes. I mean, just look at that turning radius and rudder shift. No worries, no worries. Trying to upgrade your PC. Nice. Good luck. I thought about building a new PC, and then I did research, and I'm like, wait, this is a terrible time to build a new PC. I don't know if I would have aimed that low. You've got a pretty good angle on him. Yeah, see? You aimed too low. Those shells hit the side plate armor, and then they ricocheted down into the water. Desert Fox
for superstructure at that angle.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. If you farm Pan American battleship without killing it, you're just charging his funny button. That's right. That's right. That's the problem, right? You literally shooting at the ship makes it a bigger threat. Just let that sink in for a minute. Desert Fox over on YouTube, we are playing the Iparanga. This is actually not us playing. Look, Ma, no hands. This is a replay that was submitted by a player, Cringe Tanis. I do replay analysis on my channel on YouTube as well as on Twitch and Kick and Rumble. So we look at games that other players have. I'll play the game too from time to time. But we look at games that players have and give them comments and stuff. Try to help them out, you know? I've already got enough stats and stuff, you know. I've got a 69% win rate, giggity. So... not sure what you're doing with that. Maybe trying to find the Benson on the way, but okay.
Torpedoes to starboard.
definitely control click on the Lenin. Get your secondaries. Oh, that's right. Doesn't matter. You don't have manual secondaries. Benson hasn't been spotted in a while, and he's detected. Yeah, right. Just getting new CPU and GPU AIO. Oh, new camera and a new power supply. Very nice. Very nice. What CPU, GPU are you looking for? I am streaming right now on an Intel i9 9900K processor. This thing is 9th generation. And we're now on 15th gen, technically, right? Yeah. Drifting! And then I've got a 3080 Ti for graphics card. It suits me well when it's not being dumb. Archers. There we go. Archers. I'm really nervous about you approaching right now. You've got a battleship at range. He's playing with the Massachusetts, so that's... Oh, never mind, he died. You've got a Lenin that can come out and punish you, and you could possibly get stuck in a crossfire between the Ipiranga and... Yes, here it comes.
I was about to say, at this point, the Benson would be making me really nervous. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen him in a little while.
There he is. There he is. Secondaries on the Benson. Even though you don't have manual secondaries... Yeah. Even though you don't have manual secondaries, you need to tell them to shoot the... You need to click on the target, because then they'll actually shoot the thing.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
This, Oh my god, really? With the rear turret. Wow.
That was very lucky.
Extremely lucky. I'm glad you took the shot. But damn.
Problem solved, sir.
Alright, so in theory, Z23 should be able to grab the cap while you go and play games with the Ipiranga. This is why you always try to pick cruisers that have torps. Yeah, well, these are battleships. That man is cussing. Oh yeah, you better believe it. I don't know what your question is exactly, Gandalf. This is clan. This is ranked, if that's what your question is. This replay. This is what did we say? How many points does he have? Let's see. Oh, I don't remember. Whatever.
Ship is on fire.
4070 Super would be a good choice. That's probably where I'd go. 4070 Ti Super, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I have, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, it's a nice sweet spot.
I keep the power limit turned down a little bit on it so that it stays a little quieter and a little cooler, and I don't notice any performance hit with it at like 75% power limit.
Gotcha.
It's been really awesome. Really happy with
You
it.
using MSI Afterburner for that?
Yes.
Okay. Not the Ti Super, just the Super? I can't believe the Citadels you're getting. What is this?
I have mine's a 4070 Ti.
Yeah, well, until my 3080 kicks the bucket, that's what I'm going to be stuck with.
Yeah, and I've got a custom fan curve on it to keep it a little bit quieter. I'm not a performance freak. I'm much more of a silence freak, since I don't really
Gotcha.
use headphones ever. I'm a speaker guy.
Right, right. That makes sense. So, anyways, getting back to your game, Tanis, I just don't get the Citadels that you had on that at the end. But, okay. And I'm sure Tanis was sitting there just laughing about that. Just laughing about it. But, yeah, I mean, what a great game. A good showcase with the Kraken. Like, you killed 5 of their 6 ships. But, dude, if you would have been shooting the Benson at the start of the game, if you would have been paying attention to that, I think you would have had a much easier battle. But, hey, that's why you send in the replays, right? To learn. So let's take a look at this. There we go. Yeah, he deleted a Lenin and shattered a broadside Ipiranga at the same range. Right. Which is just bonkers. Hujam, are you talking about my 3080 Ti? I mean, late loading is fine, whatever, it happens. But right here, You were busy looking at your ship instead of looking at the mini-map, because you could have shot that Benson at least twice. So my 3080 Ti was spiking in temperature. The hotspot was reaching 106, 107 degrees Celsius. Hoping to have enough by late summer to look into a new computer. Yeah. Yeah. So it was spiking at 106, 107, which is, of course, the hard limit. It throttles back when the card reaches that. And that was from playing, of all things, Manor Lords and streaming. And there would be times where, like, the whole thing would just break, go dark, whatever. Yes, it was. That was the TI. So, you know, I reached out to NVIDIA because it was a Founders Edition. I reached out to NVIDIA and I'm like, yo, guys, like, this card isn't working properly. And they said, oh, well, you know, your CPU is bottlenecked. So, why is that the reason I'm getting 107 degrees Celsius on the hotspot? Why is that the reason my OBS is crashing on me, telling me NVIDIA encoder broke? So, long story short, I sent it in. I had a backup 3070 that I could use. And I sent them all the screenshots of temperatures and whatnot. Finally got them to agree after 3 days of back and forth with their tech support. 3 days. I finally got them to agree to do an RMA. So they sent me a replacement, and so far it's working quite better than the original. And I haven't done anything with power because I don't have MSI Afterburner installed, but I have done stuff with the fan curve. So I've beefed up the fan curve quite a bit. I'm also using NVIDIA's control panel to force maximum of 60 FPS, I believe, in both games and you know, things in the background. I think things in the background are 30 FPS except for warships. And then what else? I also have 3 monitors and I have them all set to 60 hertz so that basically the graphics card is on a leash, if that makes any sense. It's not bad for a 4-year-old card. It isn't. It's doing fine now. So, yeah, that they are made. Well, it was still within the warranty period, so they kind of had to. But I suppose they could have, you know, messed around more. Chat, I need to replay a title for this one. I'm thinking Stupid, just because of how stupid this game was. And that not 10 is stupid, but this game was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we saw was just stupid. But if you guys have other ideas for titles, share them away. Shoot the DD. How about, like, Inexperienced Carry? Shatter, delete. I wonder. I'm trying to think of, like, how to talk about a low rank captain or low point captain, like, you know, whatever. Acting admiral. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he's stepping in and shouldn't be commanding, but he's all they got. The commander, right? So it's 6-point captain instead of 21. Might as well be no captain, no problem. Yeah, each rank does have a rank it's called, right? And I can see that on here. No, I can't. I thought I could. I can't see it on the result screens. Oh, well. Oh, my God. Seaman in command? All right. Why not get demonetized on YouTube? Seaman in command. So, chat, we're done with replays, and I'm going to put together a vote for you. First of all, Tanis, as always, thanks for hanging out and being a part of the stream and submitting the replay and all that good stuff. Hope you learned something off of this, and I'll see you out there next time. So, chat, I'm going to go to the focus on me screen for a second. We have a couple of things we need to do. I'm going to get together a poll for you to vote. Of the 4 replays, which one should go to YouTube? Okay, 1. So this is a very important job that you all have. You can vote whatever criteria you want. So you can say it was entertaining, it was a fun replay, it was a good learning opportunity, whatever you'd like to use. I don't care. Just, vote. You do have the ability to use channel points to get additional votes. And this vote is over on Twitch again. Unfortunately, those of you tuning in on the other sites, I can't get a vote going with all of you. So, which to YouTube? We have Anchorage. That was the first one we did. That was the Lighthouse built Anchorage. We have Ezeka's Kid, where we're going to call that one Pirates King. We have Tiger. That was Instant Cthulhu's game, and we were going to call that one Tiger King. And then we have the Iparanga and Seaman in Command. All right. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. 5 minutes to vote. 5 minutes to vote. Now, in the meantime, I was asked which ships to get from the Research Bureau. So let me think about this. If I go to armory.worldofwarships.com, am I logged in? I am logged in on here, so I need to go to this on a different page. Let's go to a new incognito window. That's fine. Do we have research? I don't... Okay. I actually have to use the logged in one because otherwise I don't have the Research Bureau. That's fine. I go to ships. Okay, it starts up at tier 10 anyway and works its way down, so that's fine. Alright, so, I don't remember who requested this. Was it Thudtwit that requested this? So I'm going to go through this relatively quickly. If you've got a question about a particular ship, feel free to ask. But I'm just going to say yes or no. And yes or no based off of, do I feel that she's worth grinding for? Remember, for Research Bureau, you have to reset the lines. So that's a lot of work, a lot of free XP, a lot of credits, and a lot of time you're investing to get these ships. Okay? And I'm about to cough again. Okay. I need to blow my nose. Okay. So, let's do it. Slava, no. Ohio, yes. Brennus, no. Cecilia, no. Maybe. Gibraltar, hell no. Sevastopol, God no. Why? Colbert, yes. Druid, hell to the yes. Vampire Deuce, yes. Illinois, yes. Siegfried, maybe. Venspike, yes. Hector, hell to the no. Paulo Emilio, why are you still thinking about it? Just freaking buy the ship already. And there you go. There's all your Research Bureau ships. Because that's all we have here. Not much. Somebody do me a favor and go back and clip that real quick, if you don't mind. Research Bureau ships. I can use that as a short. Everybody forgets that Hector exists, except for TM Grunty. Ohio again? Why do you like the Venspike? Venspike is a fantastic cruiser that just happens to also have the Dutch oven. It's very similar to Prince Van Oranje at tier 10. Plays very similarly to it. If I remember right, this has the standard cruiser, fire, and flood durations. You only have the one airstrike or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's basically it removes the problems, in my opinion, with the Dutch large cruisers, and just plays a what if. What if the Dutch Tech Tree Dutch heavy cruisers or large cruisers were heavy cruisers instead? Brennus. The problem with Brennus, what's the gun caliber? I think they're Howden guns. I think it's 240s. The problem with the Brennus is you want to play it like an Henri. And you just end up not, because you keep looking for opportunities to just demolish people with your AP, because these are big guns, and you don't get those opportunities as much as you want.
203s on fence spec.
Oh, they're 203s. I thought they were 240.
Yeah,
All right, thanks. So, yeah, I mean, to me, Brennus is like one of the last chips that you pick up. Definitely in the bottom half.
Personally, my first pick would still be Ohio. That was my first pickup from the Research Bureau when it was first released, and definitely didn't regret it.
Ohio is a great ship. Absolutely fantastic. Slava, the problem with Slava Joker is it's a one-trick pony. It's a backline sniper. You can't really do anything in the battle. You know what I'm saying?
It's good for generating highlight reels, but that's kind of about it.
Yeah. Her weak armor scheme just means she gets focused down very easily if you get too close. So that's why I said no for the Slava. And Cecilia, you want to make it work. Cecilia, you want to make it work because it's got the fuel oil smoke or whatever, right? Fuel smoke. So you got the smoke that you can utilize, which is handy. But and the sap secondaries. But the problem is in order to get into position to use those, frankly, with the changes to Columbo with the unique upgrade, you're better off just buying a Columbo and putting a unique upgrade on it. You get a better experience with the same kind of ship and hull. And honestly, if you want a sap secondary smoke experience, go buy the Tier 9 Giulio Giuseppe Verdi. I don't remember if it's coal or steel.
Or Napoli, if you're not
you can buy Napoli
set on
too.
it being a battleship.
Yeah. You got Ledgemod, Columbo. Loria, Loria could work. Yeah, that was your thought? Yeah, exactly. So that's the problem with Cecilia. Research... Excuse me. Research Bureau is meant to be ships that play different and feel different. And Cecilia is one of those ships where it'd be great if Giuseppe Verdi didn't exist. That's all. So, any other questions?
The Research Bureau, in my opinion, is kind of that they're all... none of them are bad, but for how expensive they are, they're kind of mid.
Yeah. Unique upgrades. Hey, Gus. How you doing? I'm ending the stream soon, but how you doing? Hey, Zand. Did Sea Raptor end the stream already? Yeah, I don't know enough about all of these upgrades to really... Yes, and then he rated Arrow. Okay, cool. So, yeah, when it comes to unique upgrades, yeah, you could... It's only worth going for the unique upgrade if you like the Tier 10 ship enough that you play it, literally every day. Well, thank you, Zed. I appreciate you for doing that. Hello, and how are you? When will replays not work anymore? You got a title worthy. The patch is Wednesday next week, Gus. So, Friday and Sunday are my last replay streams, okay? Guys, for those of you who don't know, this is Gus Pro, hanging out in chat right now. Is a former community manager for World of Warships. Community manager or producer? I don't know. He used to work for World of Warships in the Latam community and stuff. Awesome guy. Just a party on wheels, a walking party. Awesome person. Greatest person ever to hang out with. I am so sad you're not there anymore, so I can't hang out with you anymore. Senior community manager, thank you. I couldn't remember your title. I'm sorry. Other than saying, awesome dude, old man, come on, whatever. So, from my knowledge, from my personal knowledge, I can talk you through these really quick. And then I do have to go to bed. So, I'll do the same thing, yay, yeah, or no, or maybe. And then chat, you guys are, of course, can always ask about it, or you can suggest some of these. Like I said, I don't really know that well. So, let's start us off. Vermont, yeah. Elbing, yeah. Howdenlu, hell yeah. Petropavlovsk, yeah. Audacious, bleh, no. Venezia, yeah. Holland, yeah. Ricto, eh. Daring, eh. Kleber, eh. Kremlin, yeah. Columbo? Hell freaking yeah. This is the first one you should get. Hakuryu? Sure. Harugumo? Yeah, okay. Midway? Shimakaze? Yeah. Gearing? Yeah. Incompetitive. Yu Yang? Yes. Grozovoy? Yeah. Z52? Habarovsk? Yeah. Masfa? Hell yeah. Wooster? Yeah. Hindenburg? Nah. Henri? Yeah. Minotaur? Nah. You're going to use radar on Minotaur. Des Moines? Yes. Although it's been nerfed, but yes. Still really good. Zhao? Montana? Nah. Yamato? Hell to the yes. Kurfürst? Meh. Conqueror? Nah. Repub? Okay. So there you go. If somebody can clip those as well. I've been meaning to do the Research Bureau upgrades for the longest time. So if I could get somebody, please, to go back and grab that. Me love you long time. You don't like the Grozovoy ledge mod? I used it for a while. It's in slot 6, and you give up. Basically, it turns it into more of a gun-focused destroyer instead of torpedo and gun. So you lean more into the guns, which is fine. Chat, any other questions? Kleber ledge mod? So the problem, you know, if I wanted to spend more than 30 seconds on this, the problem with the Kleber unique upgrade is... Where the hell is it? There we go. The problem with the Kleber unique upgrade is it's best suited for competitive play like clan battles, anything where you're going to, you know, communicate with somebody else who can, you know, work with you. Like you see in CODs all the time, a unique upgrade Kleber with a regular to assassinate, as you say, a destroyer. But other than that, if you want the concealment from the Kleber, the unique upgrade, just play a Gearing, play a Shimakaze. You know what I mean? Like, there's other ships that do it just inherently. So that's my feeling, at least on the Kleber.
The one for Venezia is really good if you're willing to run a really dumb build.
And that's why I kind of said yeah, because it does change up the playstyle of the ship, which is fun. And it's also nice for it's also nice for just, you know, if you communicate with somebody else who also has the unique upgrade, you can like chain smoke the whole battle, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's nuts. And then if you do that, then you can run the stupid like Lighthouse Venezia that gets like what is it, like 15, 14 seconds reload and without any of the downsides.
Yeah, because it goes in slot 5, so you lose your concealment upgrade.
Yeah. Which if you're running the Lighthouse build, you're not using that anyway.
I should probably pick some of these up, considering I've got 317,000 and I already have all the ships.
I'm surprised you don't have them all already.
I got all the ones that came for free with the missions, and then I just never bought other ones unless I like really wanted to, like the Columbo. So I just don't play tier 10 enough to really justify buying them. I don't enjoy tier 10. So I'm always grinding. I'd rather be grinding. So I'd rather be grinding up a tech tree line or something, you know?
See, I do the complete opposite. I play pretty much nothing but tier 10 and just free XP all my lines.
Joker, what tiers do I focus on? A lot of what I do now, because I have a primary job that works about 45, 50 hours a week, and then I stream. The only time I'm really playing the game is when I'm streaming. So most of the time, I'm just playing whatever tiers people want to play, because I'm helping them grind. I do what I call grind assist, so I just log in, anybody can join. We'll do ops, we'll do asymmetric, we'll do randoms, you know, that sort of thing. And, yeah. So I'll just play Belfast and dunk on people because it's funny. Or sometimes I'll play, you know, random ships that chat makes me do. That's fine too. Speaking of which, chat, I hate to say it, but at some point, the fun's got to stop, and it's late. I gotta. My wife has to get up early. Yeah, holy shit, really, dude, you are still on my contacts list. I saw you playing recently. Yabik is one of the first people that I hung out with in World of Warships. One of the first people I met way back when we were grinding tier 4 and 5 and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, flex indeedy. Good dude. Make sure you get on my Discord if you're not already on there. And you should hang at some point. Unfortunately, I has to go. But, damn, that's awesome, dude. That is so awesome. It's one of the things I love about this game is you make good friendships with people, and sometimes they just disappear, like you. But then they come back, and then you're like, hey, what the hell have you been up to? You know? So I've got stories, but I'm sure you've got stories too. Chat, I don't want to do it. I haven't gotten the wife aggro yet, and I have a feeling it's because the door is open and she can hear that I'm trying to end the stream. I think that's what's happening. So I'm going to go to the stream ending screen. And I need to do that on vertical. And guys, this is where you get a whole bunch of stuff in the chat there, some links to follow, like the rerun channel. But we also, of course, highlight all the epic support from today. Maruk, hey, you're still here. So we had some awesome subscribers today. So Driftin, Christian met us for the first time, I believe, if I remember right, and subbed. That was awesome. KZMu's been around forever. Demorian, Rob. I'm trying to call out the ones that I know used their own subs, and Zeka as well. And then we had a 10 gifted sub from Ravenwolf, which is really nice of him. And we got some nice follows, and there's so much action going on. As you can see, you guys broke the crawler, and B-Fall's bits that he cheered today, they're there. You just have to look hard enough for them. All right. So you're going to see some links in chat. You can support me further by clicking those links if you want. I do have a rerun channel going. We give away 2 prizes a day on that rerun channel. I'll put the link out there again. It's the best of Zath, but it's a great way for you to support me if you want. You just keep the stream running and just hang out. And you don't have to have the volume on. Most people mute the tab or whatever. And you support me through commercial breaks and that sort of thing. And I support you because you get opportunities to win prizes, 2 per day. And you also get channel points, which you can use for Cover My Replay redemptions, like the ones that we covered today. I do have a Patreon as well if you're looking for, I guess you could say, a more targeted way to support me. I always ask people this. If you do support me on Patreon, please don't be afraid to reach out. Please don't be afraid to say, hey, Zath, I'm a tier 3 supporter on Patreon. Let's get something together. Because I have different tiers of support, different things that I offer at different tiers, and very few people actually, take me up on it. Which, I mean, is okay if people, are okay with supporting me financially. That's important, and I appreciate that. But I want to make sure that the people that are doing so at least feel like they're getting what they want out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I keep meaning to put together a sheet or something of all the people who are currently supporting me on Patreon, and I just keep forgetting. So if you are a Patreon supporter, I am so sorry for forgetting to do that. It's just, there's so much to do. It's just not enough time, unfortunately. Tomorrow I might reinstall Windows. So I've got a Fabletics link there. That's a clothing that sponsors me. They send me clothes every month. And the website does still look like it's borked. ThudTwit, does the website look borked to you as well? I sent something to Fabletics about it, and they said it's fixed, but I don't think it is fixed. I could try Shift F5. I think Shift F5 breaks the cache. Nope, still not working. Oh well. And then there's the charity link there for StackUp if you want to support. This is a year-round thing that they do every year, so you can support by that. Oh crap, I forgot to get a poll going. Guys, we need to know who to raid. This is something that I always do. Thank you, guys. This is something I always do at the end of my regular streams, and you guys are special, so I want to give you a chance to guide our raid. So do me a favor, take a look at who's streaming World of Warships right now. Has probably under 100 viewers, and let me know who you see there. And I will add them to the list. I'm going to put my rerun channel on there just to give me one less option. So you guys have 4 to pick. Lady Torpedo? She rated my rerun channel the other day. It was really nice of her. Crying Stripper. Lady Fufu. Oh, okay. Is she streaming? Oh, there she is. Crying Stripper. Yeah, both are good. Crying Stripper helped with whatchamacallit, the Christmas fundraising that we did with TC Freer. who organized that. So we've got my rerun channel. We've got Lady Fufu, a crying stripper. Anybody else doing World of Warships right now that you would like me to include? You don't have to. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. And then I'm going to just start the poll because I got to end this soon before I get wife aggro. Probably going to be too late. Armact, I'm probably going to send your Anchorage game to the rerun channel because I don't think I have that many Anchorage games. Okay. Lady Fufu as well. So, Gerald Grey Halo, you're going to have the poll in a moment. Yeah, over already, unfortunately. I'm going to start it up now. It's a 5-minute poll. It's a 5-minute poll. Okay. Everybody gets 1 vote. Now, this is Chicago-style rating, which means that voting. So everybody gets 1 vote on Twitch. It's on Twitch, guys. If you don't see the vote, refresh the stream. I don't know why, but Twitch is twitching sometimes. Everybody gets 1 vote. You can use channel points to have additional votes if you want to have a greater say in guiding the raid, okay? You tell me who you want me to send the current motherlode of all viewers to, which is sad to say because there's 200 and something of you guys here. I don't know about you guys. I feel like there's fewer and fewer people watching Warships. I don't know. We got to fix that somehow. Yes, I was rated. Wargaming, Duckman, Wargaming, I got a message. I got a message. I walked away from my computer. You know how sometimes you get a message when you walk away and right after you walk away, you get a message and, whatever. So I walked away from my computer, talked to my wife, came back to my computer an hour later, and discovered at that point, I walked away from my computer. I got a message saying, hey, we'd like to raid you today. Would you be okay streaming? Well, shit, yes. I want to get to 15,000. I told them, I said, it's last minute. I didn't know this was going to happen. So I thought, hey, I'm feeling sick. As you guys know, you've been very patient. And thank you for that, dealing with me coughing and blowing my nose and all that kind of stuff. But I told them, I said, I will, if you can't find somebody, I will do it. I will get the stream going because I'm a team player. And I understand there's a lot of things that they have to get all set up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, impromptu surprise stream. And we've been having a great time. Chad, a commercial break's about to start. So keep the votes coming. And when the commercial break is over, we will say goodbye, okay? Actually, while this is going on, I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube and to Kick and to Rumble. You haven't been feeling that well yourself. For me, it's allergies. I know it's allergies. So it is what it is. All right, there goes the commercial break. Can you name the first European country to bid farewell to the death penalty? Ooh, I want to go with Sweden on that. What do you guys think? Sweden? I'm thinking Sweden. In the meantime, Kick. We got a couple messages on Kick. We're looking to hook up on Discord and stuff. Cool. Thank you for that. We got some new follows on Kick, and I'm sorry I didn't catch it. Verge, K, and Leo Spencer. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys for the follow and everything, and welcome on in. So thank you, Kick. I am going to end the stream in a moment. Did the Vatican... Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe it's the Vatican. Those of you tuning in on Rumble, thank you for doing that. Seabear doing a quality check earlier. Thanks for doing so. Rumble is a platform Raptor mentioned, so I thought I want to look into it. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we'll take a look at it. Is my Brit here, by the way, that I was talking to you? I'm sorry, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, who was helping me with bitrate stuff. I'm thinking about just getting the damn internet and trying to negotiate down. We'll see what happens. YouTube, good REM tune, indeedy. YouTube, thank you so much for being here. We had a lot of cool people hanging out on YouTube. I was worried that I actually would have to do some moderating today. There was a couple people that were saying some weird stuff, but you knocked it off, and I appreciate that if you're still here and listening. And we had some other new people coming in on YouTube, checking the game out, maybe for the first time. So that's always fun. I always enjoy meeting new people in new places. So YouTube, thank you as well for tuning in. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off all of the various YouTube, Rumble, and Kick streams right now. Take care. Next stream for you guys and everybody else, of course, will be on Friday. Friday, 12 noon Central Standard Time, Chicago time. 12 noon till 6, Friday, and then Sunday. Sunday will be the last day for replay analysis. And then Monday night, we'll see if it's going to be Civ, Manor Lords, Dynasty Warriors Origins, or something else. I don't care. Did I hit 15K? I did indeedy. All right, we're going to a crime.